dark days. They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you. I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. you want from this? Try to catch me by surprise. Tell me what you wanna see. Bring me to the edge. Get me time and time again. We rise for miles above the world. On and on, let it burn all night. We won't even stop for the morning light. Oh, high above the clouds. On and on, let it burn all night. We keep rising up so high. Miles and
Good evening and welcome to Carrico Stadium, just east of Denton, Texas, technically in Aubrey, where tonight the Marcus Marauders try to get off the schneid in district play and get their first district win as they take on the Braswell Bengals out of Denton ISD. That is up next here on Marcus Football Night.
He's into the end zone. 10-5 touchdown.
Stadium here in Aubrey, Texas, which is on 380 just east of Denton if folks are on their way to the game tonight. Tonight, the Marcus Marauders are trying to snap a two-game losing streak and trying to get their first district win of the season in 5-6A as they will be taking on the Braswell Bengals for the first time. This is one of the new opponents in this new 5-6A district. The two Denton ISD schools in 6A, the Braswell Bengals, and of course the Guyer Wildcats, which the Marauders will see next week. The Marauders are trying to snap out of a funk after losing the last two ball games, unfortunately, both in district play. As we know, they lost the heartbreaker in overtime 2 weeks ago in the Battle of the Axe to Louisville, and then last week in what can only be described as a bit of an uninspired effort, they fell to the Hebron Hawks by a score of 31-6, and tonight they're looking to try and turn things around and get that first win in district play as we are now starting tonight, the second half of the season. 5 games down, 5 games to go, and even though it is an uphill climb for the Marauders to try and get into the playoffs, the path is still there, but it starts tonight when they take on the Braswell Bengals. Jacob Dedamore here with you this evening. My broadcast partner Tim Smith will be joining us here in a little while. He is on his way here. As for those who don't know, getting up here to this stadium, this very lovely and new stadium, I believe this is only the second year of Carrico Stadium here at Denton ISD. It is a beautiful facility here, but it is not the easiest thing to get to, as the growth rate of the Little Elm, Aubrey, East Denton area has outpaced the infrastructure when it comes to driving and trying to get up here. So it's a bit of a hike to get up here, and Tim is on his way to be here in just a little bit. Tonight, the Marauders trying to turn around from what happened last week when they took on Hebron, a game where it started out decently for the Marauders as they jumped out to a 6-0 lead with a couple of solid drives that ended in field goals, but then the Hebron Hawks were able to really get things going offensively, and the Marauders just could not stop the onslaught and end up falling on the road. 31-6 was the final there. The Marauders now, with their season being 0-2 in district play, they're kind of up against it in the district standings because right now they are tied at the bottom of the district with Little Elm at 0-2. Everyone else outside Coppell, one of the top 10 teams in the state, at 5-0, 2-0 in district play. Louisville is now 2-0 in district play and tied for first with Coppell. And then you have a logjam of Flower Mound, Denton, Geyer, Hebron, and Braswell all at 1-1. So the road back to getting into playoff contention starts tonight as the Marauders will look to try and knock off the Braswell Bengals. It's going to be incumbent upon the defense to improve what they did last week. Last week they had all kinds of trouble containing Patrick Creighton Jr., the Hebron quarterback. Tonight they're going to be facing an offense that is a very run-based offense between the quarterback and two running backs that the Braswell Bengals try and use under head football coach Kent Laster, as he's got the Braswell Bengals at 2-3, 1-1 in district play. Braswell has played good competition this year. They've just struggled a bit. They won their opener against Boswell in a shootout by 4 points. Then they got involved in another shootout against Northwest Eaton in week 2, both teams scoring in the 40s, and they lost that one by a touchdown. Then they took on Royce City out east of Dallas. Now they did that one at home, but Royce City came here to Carrico Stadium and were able to knock off Braswell by a 10-point score. And then they got into district play. They knocked off Little Elm in week 1 of district play, and then last week they got pretty well handled by a very talented, as we have seen, Louisville squad, as they were blown out 56-23 last week down in Louisville. And so tonight they're looking to rebound as well off of a pretty big loss, just like the Marauders had last week. For the Marauders, it really is about trying to shore things up defensively. You had a lot of uncharacteristic things happening last week in the game, both offensively and defensively, as the Marauders defense really had trouble tackling in the ball game. It's really something we hadn't seen all season. The tackling was an issue. It showed up when they were trying to contain Patrick Creighton Jr. They're going to have to do that same thing tonight, trying to contain this three-headed rushing monster, quarterback Jeremiah Shipp for Braswell, as well as their two running backs, Zahir Trufant and Moses Adalowo. And it's going to be a tough slog tonight. So the Marauders defense is going to have to step up on the offensive side. They're going to look to try and get things more connected. Things just got out of whack last week. They weren't able to stick with their run game. And quarterback Colton Nussmeyer was just a little bit off all night. He had their opportunities to make plays, and the passes were just a little bit long or a little bit too far out in front. It was just out of the reach or just off the fingertips of the receivers. And then the run game had a really tough time getting going. And then they fell behind and really couldn't stick with it. So I think tonight it's going to be more about that for the Marauders, trying to get back to who they are and getting back to the identity that Coach Mike Alexander wants them to have and that they know will make them the most successful and give them the best chance to win. This is a Bengals team defensively that has given up a lot of points this year in all of their games. So the Marauders offense, you would think, would be able to really get some things going tonight offensively. The key is going to be for the defense to try and get things going, to try and improve the tackling, to try and shore up some things that really went wrong last week, especially in that game against Hebron, out at Hebron High School. Again, this is it's going to be a real warm evening. The sun is setting, but it's been in the 90s the last couple of days, so it's going to be a pretty warm night up here just east of Denton. And but I got to give credit to the folks here in Denton ISD and at Braswell High School. This is a beautiful facility here at Carrico Stadium, very modern. The only thing I guess I would say is they probably should have made their visitor side just a little bit bigger, because I'm sure they play other Denton schools here. To give some room for fans and their band. It's kind of a tiny visitor side over there. Beyond that, it's a really nice stadium, modern scoreboard that you can see on our camera right across the way from us. They have screens down each side that you can see that the visitor side can look at and see replays and whatnot. Beautiful facility here. Again, this is the routine of this facility here at Carrico Stadium. All right, we're going to take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we will hear from Marcus head coach Mike Alexander. This is Marcus Football Night.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory. fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Fall will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Upgrade your home with Pella Windows and Doors for only $199 a month. Our beautiful, energy-efficient windows come with a lifetime warranty, ensuring your family stays comfortable through every season. Call now for a free consultation and make sure your home is prepared with Pella.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Marcus Football Night, and I'm joined by Marcus head football coach Mike Alexander. Coach, obviously last Friday was not a fun experience, and I imagine the film session on Saturday was just as unfun for both you and for the team. After you analyzed things and started to sit down with the guys the next day, what did you talk to them about?
You know, just the importance of having your full person ready to play and compete each week. I mean, I think, looking back, we're all trying to figure out the whys. Why did this happen? How did this occur? Because for the first time in a long time, I think, I saw a team that I didn't feel like competed at a really high level. Not execute, that's different, but I just didn't feel like our competitive spirit was there, what I'm accustomed to seeing in Marcus football. So you got to ask yourself why. I'm not sure. Still don't have all the answers to that one. Jacob, you get a hangover from an overtime loss the week before, but nobody really cares about excuses. What everybody cares about is working defensive. I think the biggest thing is just understanding that football, unlike other sports, you play a limited number of games, and every game matters, every series matters, every play matters, and you have to bring that mentality into a game. You can't bring the mentality into a game where I'm not really feeling it tonight, but we'll get it next time. There's no next time in football. It's not like baseball where you're playing on a Tuesday and a Friday. You get one shot at this thing, and so what we've done is we've created ourselves a difficult situation where we're 0-2 in district, and we have some good teams left on our schedule, so we got to start treating this as a one-week season from here on out. And so we're pouring everything into this Braswell game. I fully believe we're going to see a raised level of intensity and urgency from our team. I'm excited.
Speaking of that, you come out of non-district with a 3-0 record. You have the bye week, obviously, before heading into district play, and now you've had these back-to-back losses. One that's very emotional, and then one where you didn't bounce back from that emotional loss. So as a coach, especially when you're dealing with a team that has a lot of youth at a lot of positions, you've obviously got some key seniors at certain positions, but you've got a lot of youth at other ones. How do you attack that as not only yourself, but as a staff, just trying to get that emotional feeling and just the general sense of what has just happened the last 2 weeks, trying to turn that back in the right direction?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of layers there. Sorry. From a coaching perspective, I think we really have to evaluate, all right, who are we and how do we get back to being who we are? 3 non-district games offensively, we were physical possession, controlling offense where we snapped the ball a whole bunch of times more than the other team, controlled the game by running the football and play action pass, and we got away from that a little bit the last 2 weeks. I think partly it's Louisville. The front was so good. Last week we just felt like the game plan dictated that we could throw it. We felt like they were weaker in the secondary than they were up front. I would say the first thing we got to do is get back to being who we are, and that's getting in bigger formations and running the ball downhill and taking control of the game. I think defensively, you have to lean on your guys that are leaders for you. You have to have great practices and get some confidence back, and that's what we're aiming to do this week is just get confidence back one series at a time. Because right now we're dealing with a team that's a little bit, I would say, we're lacking a little bit of confidence right now after losing an overtime game that we felt like we should have won, and then just playing bad last week. So now we got to get back to work and have some confidence and go back up.
So do you take that from the standpoint of these 2 weeks are done, we know we have a hill to climb, but let's focus on the step in front of us, not the whole climb.
Yeah, my message to the team in our initial team meeting on Monday was, listen guys, you promised 5 games. There's a lot of things that got to happen between now and the last week. We can't control any of those except for what we're going to do week to week in our game. So I'm just looking at it, and what I've told our team is we have a 1-game season. We're putting everything into winning this game. And when that happens, if you can take care of business and win this week, then we'll focus on the next opponent, and do the same thing. And just take this 1 week at a time, because I still think there's a lot of parity in our district. I would be shocked if our district ends up, the district champion is 7-0, second place team 6-1, third place teams 5-2. I don't think it's going to go down like that. I really think that you're going to end up with several teams that have a couple losses, maybe even 3. When it's all said and done, I think we have a lot of parity.
Well, I know that we will be looking forward to seeing how you guys bounce back tonight and get that first game out of the way, get a win under the belt, and then focus on next week.
That's the plan, Jacob. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. That is Marcus head coach Mike Alexander. We'll be back for the pregame show here on Marcus Football Night.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Charlie Stafford, Kalen Hardiman.
Welcome back to Carrico Stadium here in Aubrey, Texas. This is the pregame show here on Marcus Football Night. And my broadcast partner, Tim Smith, has now joined me. Welcome. And he's had we're not going to talk about it on the air, but he's had a long day. It's had quite a day. But he's here now, and because he is here now, it is time for his 3 keys to the game tonight.
Well, thank you, Jacob. It's good to finally be here in the broadcast booth with you. And tonight, it's pretty simple. Key number one, back to basics. Putting my coach hat on, it's hard to find much positive from last week's game. This is when you must have a short memory and just start from scratch. At the end of the day, football is about blocking, tackling, and executing. Next key is going to be compete. You heard Coach Alexander talk about this in his interview. The effort did not seem to be there, and it all starts with effort, Jacob. This will win. I'm sorry.
You got
if
it.
they want to win, they have to compete. If they don't compete, you don't have a chance. And last week, clear evidence of not a lot of effort throughout the night. And lastly, for tonight, and maybe for the rest of the season, take it one game at a time. You can't go back and change the last 2 weeks, but you still have the whole season ahead. 5 more district games to improve week in and week out, leading up into that postseason. Don't look back. Don't look forward. Play each game, each quarter, each series, each snap, one at a time. Jacob, Marcus absolutely needs to get back on track here tonight. Braswell comes into the game coming off a big loss as well, so look for a gritty, competitive game here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And when we looked at the numbers for these two teams, I addressed this in the opening segment. This is a game tonight, both sides of the ball had horrible games last week for the Marauders. Tonight, at the very least, the offense for sure should be able to get some things accomplished, because this is a Braswell team. If you look at what they've done this year, they have given up a lot of points in every one of their games. So I really look for the offense tonight, and that's one of the things he mentioned as well. He wants to get his offense back to the identity that he wants it to have, and that is, running the ball, trying to get straight ahead, get some going with that to key their play action game, and let Colton Nussmeier kind of settle into the game and not have to do everything himself. Now it's going to be a challenge defensively, because as we saw last week, they had a lot of trouble. In fact, they couldn't really contain Patrick Creighton Jr. all night, had trouble tackling all night long. Well, they're facing a three-pronged rushing attack tonight with Braswell that entails their quarterback and their top 2 running backs, and so it's going to be a multifaceted run game that I expect to see. And so the run defense is going to have to be on point for the Marauders tonight.
And the strength for the Marauders is in that secondary. We've seen that evident week after week. Patrick Creighton only threw the ball maybe 5 or 7 times. Or whatever it was.
Yeah, he didn't need to.
Wasn't very successful, but was running all over the place. And so you worry about that tonight, because it is 3 different people, which tells me we're going to see a lot of option looks, a lot of option read looks, and you've got to be on your keys. It's really going to depend on controlling that line of scrimmage tonight. Now, this is a young defensive line. Coach was concerned about them coming into the season, but it's time for them to step up and grow up here tonight.
And honestly, until last week, they had played, I think, above expectations of most people. But last week it was a setback, and so they're going to have to step back up tonight. I look for Tony Lee to lead the way up front. Brock Golwis leads this team in tackles, and he has been even in a poor game last week, he's still been a force on defense leading this squad. And so I expect him to step up tonight as well and really take the reins of this defense. Right now, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for your Marcus Marauders. And we will start on the offensive side of the ball with that offensive line up front. It's an all-junior offensive line with 71 Frank Adams at left tackle, number 60 Jimmy Graham at left guard, Grant Gager number 72 at center, Matthew Willett number 65 at right guard, and Rhett Harmon number 75 at right tackle. With the skill position players, there is going to be one change tonight, and this is mainly due to injury. Rhett Garza is the starter at the Z position, but he is most likely not going to play tonight. He suffered a shoulder injury last week, and talking with Coach after I recorded our interview, he was not real hopeful that Rhett Garza was going to be able to play this evening. We will see when they come out and warm up, but that was at least midweek. It was looking like Rhett Garza was not going to be able to play. We will see. Jackson Morris, of course, the touchdown leader in receptions, is at tight end, and number 1 Charlie Burgesson is at the X. If Rhett Garza can't play, we will expect to see a lot of number 10 Jake Bayer tonight at that Z position. The rest of these skill positions look like this for the Marcus Marauders. Of course, the big H, Gavin Huffman, the H-back, and second tight end Colton Nussmeier, the sophomore star quarterback. Cooper Campbell will be starting at the slot, and Isaiah Kelly will keep the senior at tailback, the leading rusher for this team. The defensive side of the ball for the Marcus Marauders looks like this. Tony Lee, the big nose tackle, he is tied for the team lead in sacks. He also has the team lead in tackles for loss this year. He is the anchor up front. Liam Hoskins, the sophomore, number 99 at one end. The other end is Will Harrison, number 33, the junior. At your linebacker positions, Brock Gold was the captain in the middle. You have Caleb Livingston, number 31 at the Sam, and junior Vincent Bowie is going to be manning the will position tonight. In your secondary, it's no changes that we've had from last week. The secondary is Taylor Haslam at one corner, Bradley Ezioki. I've said it right all year. Bradley Ezioki at the other corner spot. The freak is junior Brady Moore, number 20. Easton Mitchell, the rover, number 4, in the middle of the field, and the bandit sophomore Jamison Mayfield. And the secondary's had a really solid season for this team outside of last week, so looking to step back up tonight. That's your starting lineups for the Marcus Marauders. For the Braswell Bengals, when they have the ball tonight, they will look like this. At left tackle, number 55, sophomore Chasen Johnson. Left guard, sophomore, number 71, Braden Wood. At the center position, number 62, junior Aiden Baines. Right guard, number 50, Pedro Borges, a senior. And then at right tackle, senior number 70, Micah Thompson. So some inexperience on the left side of that line for the Braswell Bengals. Your starting quarterback is senior number 14, Jeremiah Shipp. Your two running backs that we will see a lot of tonight are number 22, Zahir Trufant, the sophomore, and number 6, Moses Adalowo, the senior. Your starting wide receivers are number 15, senior Caden Wright, number 1, junior Christopher Johnson, and number 2, Rashard Fox. He is also a senior. We also expect to see a decent amount of number 4, Isaiah Pope, on the field as well. The starting tight end is number 83, a sophomore, Christian Bourgeois. On the defensive side of the ball for the Braswell Bengals, they do play a 3-4 style defense. The two ends are number 5, Adrian Donnerson, the junior. The other end is senior number 99, Noah Smith, the big man in the middle. At the defensive tackle spot is number 44, junior Christian Green. Your two inside linebackers are senior number 10, Thomas Battle, and number 43, Haran Brown, the sophomore. Your outside linebackers are number 21, Tyrese Hoskins, a junior, and number 26, Jacob Mercado, also a junior. Your two starting quarterbacks, number 11, senior Patrick Moody, and number 3, senior Nathan Cornelius. Your two starting safeties, free safety, Ira Iyamu, I hope I'm saying that right. Ira Iyamu, he is a senior, number 7, and number 8, Carlos Martinez, also a senior. Head coach for this Braswell Bengals team is Kent Laster, and the kicker tonight for the Braswell Bengals is number 81, Sebastian Flores, who we'll see out there. They're doing the coin toss right now. As you can see, Rhett Garza is in street clothes tonight wearing his jersey, so we know now that we will not see him on the field. For the Marcus Marauders, he is the leading receiver for the squad, and that's going to be a big loss offensively.
He's also a big part of this run game. Not only is he a good blocker, but he's a big part of that, that end-around sweep game that Marcus tends to do. They do it in the red zone. He's had a couple of touchdowns.
And it looked like
it's a shame.
It is. It's a big loss tonight for the Marauders, as involved as he's been in this offense. Looked like, I believe, the Bengals are going to receive and start things off on offense tonight for them. So the teams are about to come on the field. Let's take a quick break before they present the colors and do the national anthem. This is Marcus Football Night.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
Fall will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Upgrade your home with Pella Windows and Doors for only $199 a month. Our beautiful, energy-efficient windows come with a lifetime warranty, ensuring your family stays comfortable through every season. Call now for a free consultation and make sure your home is prepared with Pella.
come on to the field, and we're about ready to get things going here from Carrico Stadium for tonight's 5-6A matchup between your Marcus Marauders and the Braswell Bengals out of Denton ISD. Jacob Denimore and Tim Smith here with you. Bringing you the national anthem here momentarily as the colors will be presented onto the field of play. And then we'll get things started for you tonight. The Marcus Marauders needing to get off the schneid tonight here in district play and get themselves in the win column.
This was a true road game too. I mean, this was not around the corner for Marcus.
This is one of the two. As I said in the beginning, this is one of the two new schools that Marcus will play this year. Next week they'll face the other Denton school, Denton Geyer, back at Marauder Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time that you please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. Tonight's colors will be presented by the Braswell Air Force J. Rossi, led by Cadet Second Lieutenant Eris Ellis, presenting the American flag. The American rifle is Cadet Second Lieutenant Tristan Moreno. The Texas flag by Cadet Major Grayson Winchester, and the Texas rifle is Cadet Airman Caitlin Busick. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by the choir and Royals member, Braswell Senior Emily Sill.
She's running the PPO one, don't go yet, Kevin, but she's now their team. She's going like. Oh, say, can you see my dawn's early light was so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose much shines and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us as star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Nice job by the young lady from the Braswell Bengals drill team on the national anthem. I can tell you from experience that singing with a PA coming at you and singing in front of people in the stadium is not easy. It's a little nerve-wracking.
I sing in the shower. That's the only place I'm allowed to sing.
Is that a decree from the missus?
Yes, I'm not allowed to sing anywhere else.
She's like, that's your singing space.
And my dogs don't like it much either.
Oh, no, they don't sing with you?
No, we don't all have your talents, Joe.
Oh, please, stop it. We're about ready to get underway here. The Marauders tonight in their road whites, white pants, white jerseys with red numbers, of course the silver Marcus helmet with the Marcus logo on either side, black and white. There are black and red stripes down each leg. The Bengals tonight in their home reds. I like that clean look, all red. Red pants, red jerseys, white numbers outlined in black, white numbers on red, easy to see. Thank you.
We have a color rush game here.
A little bit. Black helmets for the Bengals with the word Bengals written in red outlined in white on either side.
That's old school.
Yeah.
If you remember what the first Bengals looked
Yes,
like.
I do.
They had Bengals written across the orange helmet.
Very clean look for both teams, and you're right. This is very color rushy.
Very color rush, I like it.
Owen Gall will kick things off.
ACDC. Crowd's getting pretty hot.
check that tonight. It is not open goal kicking. This kickoff, however, is deep and way into the back of the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We have a new number 90, which I do not have on my roster. So I'll have to talk to Coach about that. Number 90 kicked things off for the Marauders, and yeah, he's not on our roster. I'm going to have to do a little quick look-see and see who that might be on the roster for the Marauders. But the Marauders will get things going on defense as the Bengals start on their own 25-yard line.
When you're starting a football team, nothing is better than putting the game in the defense's hands to start with, letting them set a tone.
3 trips receivers to the near side on the first play. Snap back, handoff coming to the near side, and a nice play to start the game by the Marauders defense as they bring the ball carry down right at the line of scrimmage. That was number 6, Moses Adalowo, senior. No gain on the play.
And who else but number 4, Easton Mitchell, right on that stop. He's been the run stopper from the secondary spot.
Snap back, half roll to the left on 2nd and 10. Throw to the near side. And that one's almost picked off. Knocked away that time by number 20, Brady Moore, the starting freak position. Great defense right there, sets up 3rd and long for the Bengals.
Brady Moore is a guy that's been making plays week in and week out.
3rd and 10 now for the Bengals here on their opening possession.
Interesting here, you get a team that likes to run the ball in 3rd and long. You would think that that's in your favor for the defense.
This time trips to the far side as they look to the sideline to maybe make a change. The quarterback, Jeremiah Shipp.
We got 3 coaches down here giving him signals. I'm confused. I hope he's not.
He changed from pistol to a straight shotgun. Drop back Shipp is now going to take off, and he's got plenty of room as nobody had eyes on the quarterback. And he's going to get a first down out near midfield before he gets knocked out of bounds. That time it was man coverage downfield, and the middle of the field just opened up wide as he stepped up away from pressure. That's a 25-yard run for Shipp.
And that's what happens when you get into that man. If you don't get home on the pass rush, which they did not, they did a good job up front, did the Bengals, and it allows your quarterback, there's no one spying him, and allows him a lot of yards to just get up there and get as many as possible.
1st and 10, Shipp with a little quick throw, a little tunnel screen out to the near side. Man missing a tackle inside the 40 down to about the 37. That was a great move that time by number 1, Christopher Johnson. He's the leading receiver on this team with 18 catches, 197 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging about 11 yards a catch.
Yeah, that yak the yards after catch, the way, the shiftiness that he has, he makes 2 or 3 people miss, breaks a tackle, and gets those extra yards.
13 yards on the catch and run. Snap back, straight quarterback draw from Shipp. He finds room up the middle inside the 30. He's down to the 29. That'll be a gain of 8.
Quarterback keeper for number 14.
Simple offense. Just an
Shipp.
easy little quarterback sweep.
By the way, I figured out who number 90 was. He's not on our roster printed out, but he has been updated. This is Santiago Diaz. Number 90 is Santiago Diaz, a sophomore kicker. Makes me wonder if Owen Gall's been cleaned up. Snap back, first down, handoff over left tackle. Room inside the 25. It'll be a first down to the 23. Gain of 6 for the sophomore, for the senior, Adalowo. And after that 3rd down and 10 conversion where they didn't have eyes on the quarterback, now this Braswell offense is on the move.
They are in a little bit of a groove here, almost into the red zone in just a few plays.
1st and 10 for the Bengals. Straight quarterback draw, but this time Tony Lee has him wrapped up, right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a yard for Jeremiah Shipp, but Tony Lee was right there for the quarterback draw that time.
And that's what you need out of Tony. You need to control the front. He's been the guy, the anchor of this defensive line since the season started. He's going to have to step up huge tonight to slow down this offense.
2nd and 9 for the Bengals in Marcus territory at the 23. Empty set, Shipp is going to fire one deep towards the end zone. Has a man open, and that pass is incomplete. Coverage was there that time. Great coverage by Bradley Ezioki as he was right on number 15 for the Braswell Bengals. That is Caden Wright. He's the 2nd leading receiver on this team.
And as you can see on the replay, perfect. He got a little bit of hand fighting, but he does get his head turned around and get that offhand to swap the ball away. So that's a great play by the corner there.
Another 3rd and long here for the Marcus defense. 3rd and 9 from the Marcus 20. 22-yard line, 23-yard line.
And this time you hope they have a spy on the quarterback.
This time Ship rolls to his right on play action, passes high, had a receiver with a good move that was open out there. Looked like it was his tight end, it was wide receiver number 80, McKay Jackson, who was open right around the sticks, but the pass was high. Now it's 4th down. We'll see what the Bengals do here. It's 4th and 9, and they look like they're keeping the offense on the field.
They are. They're going to go ahead and go for this. They feel obviously better about their chances offensively than they do to kick. And now, wait a minute.
They're going to call a
second guess
timeout. Yeah. Coach let the play clock run a little bit. Now he's going to call the timeout. And I think he's probably going to send the field goal team on.
Looks that way.
The field goal team this year really hasn't had many opportunities. Their kicker
Texas Health Denton is
number 81, Sebastian Flores, who's only 1 for 2 on the season on field goal attempts.
Like the district,
so not many opportunities. This one will be from about 40 yards, so it'll be a season long.
That is a long kick. You haven't been kicking the ball a lot throughout the year. I'm a little surprised. 4th and 9, I mean, I guess in this instance, you don't go for it, you go for the kick, but what if you do go for it? You get the first down. What if you don't get the first down? What if you don't make the kick? There's a lot of bad scenarios here. There's really no easy decision if you're coach.
And I think with the style of offense that they run, it's kind of a spread you out to run type of offense. When you look at the numbers, they're not a very efficient passing offense.
Right.
That probably leads into the decision.
So this is respect of the Marauders defense and what they bring to the table, because they are going to attempt this field goal from about 39 yards out.
4th and 9 from the 22. This will be a 30 high snap, but it's corralled. The kick has the distance, but it is no good. It was hooked to the left, so the Marauders defense gives up some yards, but they get the stop on the missed field goal, and they will take over at their own 22-yard line.
Bend, don't break. They might have bended a little bit more than Coach Alexander would like, but they certainly did not break, and now you get to go talk about it a little bit, see what you saw, and make your adjustments while the offense comes out. Let's see what they can get going, because they've really struggled the last couple of weeks as well.
And I think what you're going to see tonight, again, we talked about it in the pregame, Coach talked about it in his interview. I think we're going to see back to basics. They're going to be looking to try and get Isaiah Kelly get this run game going, I think, to start off. Under center is Nussmeier, and it's going to be a handoff to Kelly Ikipi. Not much room that time, as they didn't get much push. Going to get maybe a yard out to the 23 before he's stopped up.
I think the Bengals listened to the pregame coach interview, because they were certainly ready for the run. They may be in a 3-front defense, but they've got a lot of guys lingering around that line of scrimmage, especially with 2 tight ends and really a 3rd big H-back in the backfield playing that fullback spot. There's a lot of beef on the field, and now they're spreading out.
2nd and 9 now for the Marauders. Snap back out of the shotgun. Another handoff to Kelly Keepy. He's got room on the far side. He's out past the 30. He's into the next level, 45, and near midfield before he finally gets brought down. They really did a good job sealing off the right side that time on the right tackle. And Isaiah Kelly Ikipi has a 25-yard run out to the 48.
Jackson Morris, who's been a weapon in the pass game, we'll see here. He's going to lean up, nobody to block, so who's my next guy? And there's your tackle ceiling. Here's your tight end. He finally gets on a safety, and when you get on a safety, you're going to allow your running back to get a lot of yards down the field. Good blocking downfield by the receivers, tight ends, and offensive line.
1st and 10 for the Marauders. Handoff once again up the middle. Some little bit of a hole that time, just across midfield to the 49 of Braswell. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain. I believe, was that Mason Jones? Yes, it was. Mason Jones into the game for the first time tonight with his first carry. Jones on the season has been effective. 154 yards, averaging 6.7 a carry this season when he's been given the opportunity.
A little bit of that change of pace back on, although he's broken a few big ones as well, but he's the guy that's going to pound the middle of that defense and really soften it up. You need those 3-yard runs.
2nd and 7 as they get into Bengals territory. Snap back, play action, rolling to the near side. Pass is thrown and caught at the 35 as he finds number 7, the slot receiver, Cooper Campbell. Nice play action fake that time from Colton Nussmeier. Had plenty of room to get out in front and set himself up for a beautiful throw for a gain of 14.
And plays like that is what they've been missing, particularly last week in the pass game. They were all over the place, no real rhythm. That is a play that gets Nussmeier in rhythm early in the game with a nice roll out a nice open receiver downfield with a perfect throw.
1st and 10 for the Marauders at the Bengal 35. Snap back, toss back to Jones. Makes a man miss inside the 30, down to the 25. That was Isaiah Kelly. I thought I saw 22, it was 24. But another 10-yard run for Isaiah, and he's getting a little bit
for the Bengals by number 10, Thomas Battle.
Right now, doing anything they want. They're running outside.
1st and 10.
Kind of mixed in that play action a little bit. The whole playbook is open for them, and I love how they're changing. They've been in about 4 different formations already tonight, giving the defense for the Bengals a lot to think about.
1st and 10 for the Marauders, now on the move at the Bengal 25-yard line. Under center is Nussmeier. He's going to hand it to Kelly Akipi, who gets met in the hole, drives forward, and is going to end up getting about 3 yards. Nice 3 yards, a nice strong run from Isaiah that time as he got met in the hole.
All over again.
That was little linebacker Ted Thomas Battle, I think.
Brock Golis is just coming to the game for the first time offensively this season. As Kelly Akipi, he went out. Brock Golis is now in the ball.
Golis is actually lining up. They're doing a little trickeration here. He's lined up as a quarterback. Nussmeier is out here lined up as a receiver. Snap back. Golis running Wildcat. He breaks into the hole inside the 10, inside the 5, and he almost gets in. The Wildcat worked great. He got it down to the 5 and got tripped up right before he was about to take that into the end zone. That is a great run that time. Run of 18 yards from Brock Golis down to the 4.
Brock Golis, who really does a great impersonation of Ray Lewis throughout the week, right? He's that middle linebacker, that tough run-stopping guy. And then he comes in at quarterback and looks like Tim Tebow running down to the 4-yard line. Unbelievable play by Golis, but we know he's the best athlete out here.
Yes, he is. 1st and goal for the Marauders now at the 4-yard line. They shift to a strong formation on the right side with 3 tight ends in the game. Handoff to Kelly Akipi. Breaks a tackle inside the 5, driving forward, and he's going to be just short. Going to get brought down at the 1, where they had some beef on the right side of the line. And nice strong run again by Isaiah Kelly. Got down to the 1 before 3 Bengal defenders brought him down.
Kelly Akipi had his Wheaties this morning because he is running angry and with a lot of force. That was his second, what I would consider, angry run so far of this drive. 2nd and goal now at the 1-yard line. Snap back handoff to Kelly Akipi, and the ball comes out, and it's fumbled into the end zone, and it is covered by the Bengals for a touchback. Oh, man. Such a great drive going that time for the Marauders. And as Isaiah Kelly Akipi tried to hit the hole with power into the end zone, the ball pops loose. Sure does. Let's see here. It's a nice clean handoff. No, it wasn't. It actually pops out. It looks clean, but it pops out before he even gets touched.
Just a bad exchange that time between Nussmeier and Kelly Akipi, and that ball just ricocheted into the end zone.
Well, I haven't seen many mistakes like that from Kelly Akipi.
No, that's the first time we've seen something like. I think that's the first time we've seen a bad exchange all season for the Marauders. So the Bengals will now step out to their own 20-yard lines, and both teams have solid drives to get down into scoring territory. Neither come away with points here in this first quarter. 5:32 to go here in the first. Low snap, and that one gets behind the quarterback and is going to be covered back at the 5-yard line. That snap bounced back to the quarterback, Jeremiah Shipp, and he did everything he could just to get on top of it. The center is junior number 62, Aiden Baines, and that snap just rolled back to him, and he had really no shot to pick that up.
And he does the absolute right thing. Even though he's a very good athlete, he does the right thing, jumps on the football, makes sure it's secure so they still have a chance to play for him.
Loss of 15 on the play, back to the 5-yard line, 2nd and 25, as they go with a 4-wide set here out of the shotgun. Receiver in motion, snap back. Shipp looking downfield, stepping up away from pressure, gets out of the end zone. Now he's on the move, out to the 15 and brought down near the 20-yard line. Nice tackle that time by number 20. That was number 20, Brady Moore, but not before he gets 14 of those 15 yards back to Shipp, but it's still 3rd and long.
Yeah, and in the defense of the Marauders, they did have a spy on him that time.
They did.
Caleb was out there watching him, but just couldn't catch up to him. The speed's too much.
Shipp is very athletic back there at the quarterback position. 3rd and 11 now as they go 4 trips to the near side. Single receiver up top. Snap back, Shipp rolls to his left. He steps up away, and he's going to get sacked. Ball as the pressure collapsed around him. multiple defenders. I think that was Caleb Livingston, number 31, who made the initial hit, and it's a loss of 2 yards back to the 17.
Livingston does an excellent job. When you have a running quarterback like this, you have to secure those edges. He does an excellent job of riding that offensive lineman all the way as far as he can and making sure there's nowhere to go. By the way, the middle linebacker and over make sure there's no cutback for that athletic quarterback. So good team defense to wrangle him.
I mean, that was a design waggle roll to the left, and the pocket moved with him and still collapsed around him as he tried to step up. So the punt team is on. Austin Allen around midfield waiting to receive this punt. Snap is back. The kick is away. It's a short wobbler. It's going to hit at the 45 of Braswell and go out of bounds. They're going to mark this at the 48 of Braswell. So that's going to be a 31-yard punt for the Bengals, and the Marauders will take over in plus territory. So the defense, great job by them. They get a bit of a break on the snap on first down, but the defense does its job after the turnover and forces a 3 and out and gets the ball right back to their offense.
Outstanding and sudden change. There's no way that the defense is expected to be out on the 48-yard line.
First and 10 for the Marauders.
Punch it in, so to be able to come out there and sudden change and get the stop that they did, great job. Whether or not there was a bad snap in there, they did a great job of containing and making sure to get the ball back.
Trips bunch formation up top on first down, play action, a little throw out to the far side to Austin Allen, slip screen, makes a man miss, and then gets brought down at the 41 after a gain of 7.
Catch and run for number 2,
really good
Austin
return man.
Allen.
It's a good idea to get the ball in his
Tackle
hands
made for the Bengals by number 10, Thomas
that big
Battle.
punt return a couple of weeks ago for a touchdown. So,
Second and 3 for Marcus.
Yeah, with the injury to Rhett Garza tonight, we said we expect to see more of Jake Bayer, but I think we'll also see more of some of the other receivers as well as they rotate guys in. Second and 3 now for the Marauders at the 41 of Braswell. Snap back, handoff up the middle, room inside the 40. Mason Jones inside the 35. He'll have a first down to the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 for Mason Jones.
Jimmy Graham, who's at that left guard spot, pulls around and opens up that hole on the right. Good job to get that pull. He almost ran into Nussmeier.
First and 10 for the Marauders.
Good job to pull around, open up that hole, and then a little bit of a cutback.
Good thing right now for the Marauders we've seen in these first 2 drives. The run game is really clicking right now for Marcus, despite the fumble down on the goal. First and 10 at the 33. Snap back. And play action. Nussmeier rolling to his left. He's got a man wide open, and that pass is caught for the touchdown. Cooper Campbell, number 7, gets behind the defense with no one around him, and Nussmeier does the job, just lobs it up to him, and it's a touchdown pass from Nussmeier to Cooper Campbell.
It's a straight zone right look. It looks like it's a zone, but no, it's not. We pull out to the left, and everyone is coming with routes this way to the side of the field. Wide open for the touchdown. He drops it in the bucket, does Nussmeier. Same play they ran earlier in the game, and this time
he took it up the field, yeah. Snap back on the extra point is up, and the extra point is good. It is Owen Gall on the kick. So Owen Gall not kicking off tonight, but is handling the place kicking.
Maybe he was tying his shoes.
Maybe. And we have a late flag down on the field after the play, so the extra point is good with 2:11 to go here in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Marcus. This is Marcus football night.
Touchdown reception.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
That translates into a $2.4 million
Marcus Marauders take that drive 48 yards and punch it into the end zone this time on the 33-yard touchdown pass from Nussmeier to Cooper Campbell. And they take a 7-0 lead here at Carrico Stadium in Denton ISD. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you. The penalty after the extra point, something happened at the end of the play. It was a personal foul against Braswell, which is going to be assessed here on the kickoff. So the Marauders will be kicking off from the Braswell 45-yard line. We'll see if they decide to do something tricky here or if they just boot it into the end zone for the touchback.
Well, things are going really good right now. Of course, you do have the field position. I don't know. This is not necessarily the time in the game to take a risk.
Maybe not, but it gives you the option because let's say you try some kind of a funky onside, even if you don't recover it, they'll have the ball at around their own 30, 35-yard line. Good field position, but not anything killer. I don't know. It just depends on what they feel like doing. They have the hands team on, does Braswell, and they do a little pooch kick. Yeah, nice little pop-up, and a spare catch signal was made by one of the upbacks and caught by one of the returners. So, they tried to see if they could catch Braswell off guard with a little pooch kick, and so the Braswell Bengals do the smart thing. They fair catch it. They start at their 25.
No harm, no foul.
Yep.
Maybe we could just start at 25. All that speculation.
But I like you said, I like how they did that. They pooched it over the first couple of lines of defenders just to see if they catch somebody off guard, not paying attention.
You got to kick it to the kid that you know isn't going to call for the fair catch. That's where you screwed up. Find that guy.
That was the funny part, is the guy called the fair catch, didn't catch the ball. 1st and 10 for the Bengals at their own 25. Snap back, and be a handoff over the right side, and a couple of broken tackles.
Carry on the play by number 6, Moses Adelowo.
By Moses Adelowo, the senior running back. I haven't seen number 22, Zahir Tufan yet, the sophomore. He is actually the leading rusher on this team. We haven't seen him. Adelowo is the leading rusher. Tufan is 3rd on the team. He does get a lot of carries.
And 3 for the Bengals.
Completely spread. No running backs back there.
Yep, empty set. Now Adelowo moves into the backfield. It's a zone read fake, and it's a nice run by Ship out to the 40 for a gain of 8
Quarterback keeper for number 14.
That's a good fake. They brought in Adelowo in motion.
For the
Fake return. I like the design.
Jamison Mayfield.
And that's what we expect.
1st and 10 Bengals.
RPO type things. Read options for the quarterbacks. Lot to think about for this defense.
Empty set again. Quarterback draw for Ship, and that time he's met in the hole. He's going to get a couple of yards, but it was Tony Lee and Brock Golwis who met him that time, along with Liam Hoskins, number 99. They were ready for the quarterback draw that time.
Quarterback keeper for number 14, Jeremiah Ship.
Option, right?
Stop made on play by a group of Marauders. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Bengals.
This really is that Art Briles Baylor type of offense. They try to spread you out to run the ball. They will throw it occasionally, but they're trying to open up holes just by spreading you out sideline to sideline. You see how deep this trips formation is in this 1st down play. Again, another little pump fake and a quarterback draw, and he gets about another 2 yards. As again, that was Easton Mitchell, and I think that was number 28. 28 Vincent Bowie on the tackle. His helmet came off.
His helmet came off. He's going to have to come out for a play. I'll tell you, Ship did not get up very quickly from that hit. He was very slow to kind of get up off the turf off that one. That was a big wallop he took.
He did. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 44. But again, it's that same thing. They bring the trips out so far wide to the near side of the field that they have to spread out the defense. He just pump fakes and goes 2 plays in a row. And that's going to be the final play of the 1st quarter as the Bengals will let the clock run out. It was a good quarter for the Marauders. There was one negative play on the turnover, but the Marauders do go to quarter number 2 with the lead. They lead the Braswell Bengals by a score of 7-0. We'll come back with quarter number 2. This is Marcus Football Night.
And capture tonight's moments.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you from Carrico Stadium in Aubrey, Texas, just east of Denton off of 380. As we are here tonight to bring you this 5-6-8 matchup with the Braswell Bengals and the Marcus Marauders. First quarter number 2 with the Marauders leading the Bengals by a score of 7-0. The Bengals have the ball at their own 44-yard line, facing a 3rd and 6 coming up here. As the Marauders try to force another punt, the Marauders have allowed some first downs on the first possession. The Bengals got down inside the Marauder 25, but the drive stalled, and they missed a 39-yard field goal. The Marauders drove down all the way to the 1-yard line of Braswell, but unfortunately a bad exchange caused a fumble in the end zone that Braswell recovered. Then the Marauders scored on their next possession, 3rd and 6. It's a handoff over right tackle, and Brock Golwis is going to make the hit in the hole and stop Moses Odelowo about 3 yards short of a first down to the 47. It's a gain of 3. We'll see what the Bengals do. This might be a position where they might try to go for it.
For Braswell. I don't see why not. I mean, you're getting about 4 or 5 yards of carry, maybe even a little bit more than that. It's certainly a good opportunity to pick up this first down.
They are going to go for it. It's another handoff to Odelowo. He makes a man miss, and he's going to get the first down up the sideline. Golwis pushes him out of bounds at the Marauder 42. But they went to the weak side where no wide receivers were and ran away from it. Odelowo made a man miss in the backfield, and that's all he needed to get the score.
Bengals. You can see it on the Jumbotron after the play. I mean, he just makes that man miss right in the hole, and there's nobody on the edge because the man that he made miss was the outside corner.
Gain of 11 and a first down. Man in motion, snap back, it's a quarterback draw, and inside the 40, 35, nice run by Shipp that time. The misdirection of the motion really kind of opened up some holes. He gets a 9-yard gain down to the 33.
Tackle made for the Marauders by number 20, Brady Moore.
I'd be looking almost for the
2nd and 1 for the Bengals.
Second and a yard now for the Bengals. They go 4 wide this time, 2 to each side.
Looks like the Marauders are coming with a little bit of a one blitz look. They're going to change up their look as the Bengals are getting instructions from the coaches to change the play.
We do have Zahir Trufant in the game for the first time. The snap is low. It's picked up by Trufant, and he's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss as Liam Hoskins gets in the backfield and hits Trufant. This is the first time we've seen Trufant in the ball game. That snap was right at the feet of the quarterback, Jeremiah Shipp, and it bounced off his feet. Trufant was Johnny on the spot to pick it up to save the possession, but he got hit immediately.
That's 2 bad snaps here already in this first half. And I have to think that's got to be worrisome for the Bengal coaching staff. And they got to get that fixed because plays like that, they can be catastrophic to a drive.
Trufant will get credit for the carry and loses 6 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 back at the 39. Again with the 4 wide set, snap back to Shipp. He steps up, trying to get away from pressure, and he's going to go down. Here comes a flag in. That's usually where you see holding, but that time on the sack, I believe that was number 32, Jack Dunlap, the senior. 33, excuse me, I'm sorry. That was 33, Will Harrison on the sack. And it is a penalty against the Bengals that will certainly be declined.
And to make it even more impressive, he was the one being held, Jacob. He was the one being held, the defensive end on the left-hand side, number 33. He was the one being held, was Dunlap, or not Dunlap, I'm sorry, Harrison. He's being held and still reaches out with one hand and is able to bring down Shipp and make that tackle. 4th down, they're going to go for it.
4th and 11 back at the 43. Oh, they're going to do a quick kick, and it's a good punt by Shipp, but it goes into the end zone for the touchback. Shipp does have a few punts this season for Braswell, so he's done this a few times, but that's actually probably a smart decision. Just line up in the offense, do a quick kick, see if you can pin him deep.
Well, you fooled me. I thought they were going for it.
I did too.
I didn't know he was the punter.
Well, he's not the typical punter, but he has.
The Denton Foundation would like to recognize our video board sponsors at the legacy partnership level.
6 punts on the year, averaging about.
Thank you to the Chrissy Malou Real Estate Group, Raising Kings, and Texas Women's University
stop on defense,
for supporting the foundation and the students of Denton ISD.
Marauders take over at their own 20. Nussmeier under center here on first down. Campbell in motion. And it's going to be a toss to the far side to Kelly Ikipi, and he's going to get brought down right for a loss of a yard. Nice job that time following the play and shooting through the hole by the linebacker.
That was number 24, Isaiah Kelly Ikipi. Tackle made for the Bengals by number 10, Thomas Battle. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11.
Oh, there he is, Thomas Battle, the senior. That's looking at the wrong line. There we go.
That's why I don't deal with the 2 deep, Jacob. I just look at the roster, number roster, but I'm more simple.
2nd and 11 for the Marauders, throwing 19. Snap back out of the shotgun. Nussmeier drops back. He's going to throw one out to screen to the near side. Flag is down. Kelly Keepy makes a couple men miss. He's out past the 30, 35, out past the 40. Plenty of yards for a first down, but that's typically where you see holding. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think this one's going to come back, although everyone is moving forward.
Yeah. We're going to get personal foul. Yeah, probably hands to the face. That's the other penalty you occasionally see. The umpire threw the flag. So a great job that time. They're going to mark this from the 40. See, they're going to mark this from the 42. It was a 23-yard catch and run on the screen to Kelly Ikipi. And they're going to move it 15 yards down to the 43 of Braswell. So that was that. We've seen that a couple of times. That was that little screen action with Jackson Morris, the tight end, out in front of Kelly Ikipi as a lead blocker.
And he is a heck of a lead blocker.
1st and 10 at the 43 of Braswell now for the Marauders. Play action. Stepping back, now rolling to his left is Nussmeier, and he's going to throw it downfield, and it's picked. That was not a good decision. It wasn't a good throw by Nussmeier, and it was intercepted that time by number 21, Tyrese Hoskins, the linebacker, the junior. It was, I don't know if he was trying to throw it low or if he was trying to spike it, but he didn't get a lot on that throw, and that thing just came in low. It was a great diving catch by Hoskins.
Yeah, it was woefully underthrown to the receiver that he was going to, which the receiver that he was throwing
looked like he was trying to get
20-yard line.
Yeah, he looked like he had Cooper Campbell on a deep out that he was trying to get the ball to, and that throw just had no mustard on it at all.
Well, part of that is he's running and he's not setting his feet. Sometimes we see him get himself in trouble this year when he's running and trying to throw on the run without really settling down. He does have a strong enough arm oftentimes to get there, but sometimes not. And that's just a young quarterback making a mistake.
50 at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, quarterback draw again. And Ship gets out past the 30 up to about the 33-yard line.
Quarterback keeper for number 14, Jeremiah.
That same play we've seen a few times now where they go empty, pump fakes to the side, and takes it all right up.
One of these times
2nd
he's actually
and 5 for the Bengals.
Perhaps, but Marcus isn't really giving these receivers a lot of room on the outside. They're not really terrified of the pass game at any stretch. They want to be up and ready to control this run game.
That's the 2nd turnover of the ball game for the Marauders, both of them happening in Bengals territory. Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Snap back, handoff up the middle, and Oluwelo almost broke one. He got tackled around the feet. I believe that was Bradley Sioki, who may have saved the touchdown right there.
Tackle made for the Marauders by number 5, Bradley Ezekio.
Well, he did. He may have saved the touchdown. Adalowo was taken down by the feet right at the 41-yard line.
Because the linebackers and the safeties all have to shift over to respect the receivers that are over here. You've got one guy who's matched up with the tight end. I mean, that's a touchdown save tackle almost.
That was an 8-yard run initially, then a 2-yard run by Adalowo on first down. Out to the 43, makes it 2nd and 8 for the Bengals. As we were getting about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Handoff coming to the near side. Making a couple of men miss is the sophomore, number 22, Zahir Trufant. He gets strung out and gets knocked out of bounds. At 7, that'll be a gain of 4 yards.
Tackle made for the Marauders by number 18, Taylor Haslam.
DB with the big tackle in space out there, bringing up this 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd and 5. They mark him at the 46, so it's a gain of 3.
3rd down and 5
for the Bengals. Handoff. Nope, he's kept by Ship, and he pulls the ball out and is going to get tackled. It's a nice job by Ship to fight through a arm tackle and actually get a couple of yards out of that, as it looked like the Marauders had him hemmed up. That looked like a poor read, in my opinion. It looked like he should have hemmed that ball with his tailback.
Yeah, he got caught up by Hoskins and by Golis in the backfield. A few other friends came along as well to help out.
And 3.
4th and 3. Offense is on the field at the Bengal 48. They're going to go for this. And they may have gotten a jump. Nope, no flag. They're going to throw a deep ball up the far side, and that pass is going to be incomplete. I don't see a flag on the field. They didn't call an offsides. That's going to be Marauders football.
And Ship obviously felt like he was going to get the free play there. To be honest, I'm not sure how they didn't throw the flag.
Same here.
It certainly looked like he broke the neutral zone.
It looked like, I think it was Hoskins, may have jumped in. It looked like he jumped in the neutral zone. Ship clearly thought he had a free play and just took a deep shot up the far sideline. He was trying to hit number 4, Isaiah Pope, and they couldn't connect, but he thought he had a free play and a first down.
Yeah, you can't even be mad at that as a coach because you expected it was going to be a free play too. I think that was just a miss.
The Bengal coaches, all the Bengal coaches are looking at the headlines and going, why didn't you throw the flag? So the Marauders get a 4th down stop at the Bengal 48. They take over 1st and 10. Bunch formation to the top. It's going to be a handoff coming around the near side. Mason Jones in the open field. He's inside the 30, inside the 25. He gets brought down. A great run as they broke it open over left tackle with nobody home. And it's a 25-yard run for Mason Jones. We'll call it 26. Down to the 22 before he was brought down by Thomas Battle.
We talk about him being a change of pace back, but he's also got wheels, and sometimes he will get to that corner. And if he does, that's what's going to happen. Golwith's back in the game, by the way.
Yeah, Golwith's in. He's going to line up in the shotgun as the quarterback as Nussmeier goes out wide in a stack set. 1st and 10 to the 22. Snap back for Golwith. Hesitates, takes off up the middle, lowers his shoulder, running through tackle, still on his feet, all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 12 for the senior Brock Golwith, and it's 1st and goal.
So Golwith lines up at quarterback. In front of him is the offensive line, of course, but then you've got 44 Gavin Huffman in the backfield with him. Then you've got the tight end on that side, number 80 Jackson Morris, who literally blocked his man 20 yards downfield. No chance for the defense to make any sort of stop there. Surprised Golwith just didn't carry the whole team.
Well, he was carrying number 77, Nigel Gilkey, the junior defensive lineman, for about the last 5 yards. Golwith stays in the game at quarterback, 1st and 10. Same play, right up the gut, inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone for a Marauder touchdown. Brock Golwith, back-to-back plays, running the Wildcat, just takes a quarterback draw up the gut. 12 yards the first time, 10 yards the second time, and the Marauders are on the board again.
He just kind of waits, hesitates to see where the line is. He follows number 70, the lineman upfield. You've got a receiver, number 7, out there making a block. Touchdown for Golwith again. Johnny Football out here. Next thing he might do is throw a pass.
Yeah, he was following that time. It was, you're right, it was number 70, Elijah Carney, who didn't even have anybody to block. Extra point is, the snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:47 to go in the first half. The Marauders now have a 2-score lead. It's 14-0 Marcus. We'll be right back here. This is Marcus Football Nights.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates, proud sponsors of Marcus High School football. Whether it's a game-winning touchdown or a fierce tackle, we're here to keep our athletes strong and in the game. From sports injuries to joint pain, our team of top orthopedic specialists is dedicated to providing the best care to keep you moving. Visit us at Orthopedic Associates, where your health is our victory.
Marcus Marauders take advantage of the 4th down stop by their defense, and they go 48 yards on that touchdown drive. The last 22 of it by Brock Golwith. The first 26 by Mason Jones. It was all on the ground. The last 22 on back-to-back quarterback draws out of the Wildcat by Brock Golwith as he scores his first touchdown of the season. Marauders kick this one deep, and this is going to be returnable at about the 2-yard line. Coming to the near side. Up to the 15 and only about to the 17-yard line. Great pursuit that time as the tackle was made by number 22 Mason Jones. You also had number 19 Isaac Kaufman in on the stop as well. And that was only about a 15, 16-yard return that time for the Bengals.
That's really good kickoff coverage. That's what you need. When you're looking to rebound off of the reach, you need special teams, defense, offense. Everyone firing on all cylinders. Right now, the Marauders, boy, they are on fire.
4:42 to go here in the first half. The Marauders up 14-0. 1st and 10 for the Bengals, and we have a new quarterback in the ball game. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff coming up the middle. A little bit of room out to the 20 for Adelowo. the handoff and into the game. The quarterback right now is number 12, Braden Mansell. He was a junior. He is the backup quarterback on the scene, so you wonder if there's maybe been an injury to Ship. Ship's been running the ball quite a bit tonight.
He's played a little this year. He's had
Mansell has played a little bit.
He has a little bit of stats in the passing game.
This could be just a change-up series for the Bengals.
I'm looking at Ship here. He looks okay.
Yeah, snap back to Mansell. He's going to put one up to the near side. Pass is caught and behind the defense, and it's going to be tripped up at the 20-yard line. Bradley Ume-Izioki makes another touchdown-saving tackle as he trips up. Number 15, Caden Wright, caught the ball over his shoulder. It was a beautiful throw that time by Mansell, right over the top of the defense. And Izioki barely got the tackle back at the down at the Marauder 21-yard line. It's a gain of 59 yards.
I think the question has been answered as to why the quarterback change has been made. I mean, I'm looking down, Ship very, very irritated on the sideline currently, but you got to give it to the Bengals for making a change. And look at that throw. That was the best throw of the night.
I mean, coming in on the season, Mansell comes into this game. He's 13 of 21 for 153 yards and a touchdown. So it has been very limited action, but he has completed almost 62% of his 21 attempts. Now, he is not a runner based on his numbers. He's not a guy who's going to contribute much in the run game, but that was a beautiful throw that time. You just wonder, you know, maybe they're not happy with some of the decision-making by Ship. I'm not talking about the fourth down play where he thought he had a guy jumped off sides. But like maybe a couple of times where he should have handed the ball off instead of running it. Maybe he should have thrown it out a couple of those times on those little fakes on the screen pass where it just went back across. We don't know.
Well, maybe they're looking at this and saying, well, look, we need to try something different.
Yeah.
They have a lot of momentum right now because Marcus, we're not able to move the ball offensively. Let's try something different. And so far, it's looking good.
Looking for a spark. The snap is dropped by Mansell. He goes down and covers it and gets blasted that time. As coming in to make the hit was 31 Caleb Livingston. Luckily, I'll tell you what, he was close to that being too late of a hit because Mansell went to the ground to cover that ball. Thankfully, no flag came out, but it's a loss of 5 or 6 back to the 27.
That was not necessarily a bad snap.
It was low, though.
It was a little low, but as a quarterback, you need to be able to catch that. But that's, again, you haven't caught a lot of snaps this year, so a little bit of grace.
By the way, Caden Wright, we'll talk about him in just a second after that 59-yard catch. Second and 16. Mansell drops back. He gets pressured, steps up. Now he's going to fire one towards the end zone. Little jump ball, but it's incomplete. Great job by Bradley Ume-Izioki on defense. He was hand fighting with Caden Wright in the end zone. And I don't know if he got a hand on the ball, but he definitely prevented Caden Wright from getting his hands on it.
Yeah, I thought that ball should have and would have been caught. But you're right, really good physical play by the outside corners, which is what these corners are known for. They're very, very physical. They're very good at the point of attack. They're very good at tracking the football.
Caden Wright this year, by the way, only had 7 catches coming into the ball game, but he had 4 touchdowns and was averaging 22.3 yards a catch. Snap back on 3rd and long. Mansell play action, rolls to his right. Pass is caught over the middle. It's going to be a first down inside the 10. A on-target throw as he was able to get the ball to number 83, the sophomore tight end. That was a great read and a great find by Mansell to set up first and goal.
And he had to go through some of his progressions. He looked at 1, not there. Looked at 2, not there. Has to move in the pocket. And then throws a dart right in between 2 defenders. What a throw.
First and goal now at the 7-yard line for the Bengals. Snap back, handoff. No, it's a rolled right by Mansell, and he gets out of the pocket and just gets rid of it. That'll be an incomplete pass. He had nobody on that side of the field, but he did get the ball past the line of scrimmage.
Nothing looked right there.
No,
I have a feeling that was a broken play.
Looked that way.
A way to save yourself further down because nothing looked like it was going right on that play.
Another little bit of a disturbing thing, though. That's like the 3rd or 4th third and long that the Braswell offense has been able to convert in this ballgame tonight.
And two from big runs and now the big pass down the middle.
Second and goal now for the Bengals at the Marcus 7. Trying to get on the board. 2:37 to go here in the first half. Out of the shotgun, it's going to be a handoff coming to the near side. Inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Great job that time by the running back, number 6, Moses Adolowo, who just picked his way through the defense with very shifty, very quick feet and got himself into the end zone for the first score of the night for the Bengals.
You can tell he's been doing his cone drills because his feet are very quick. He's on his toes. He's making defenders miss. He never gets touched as he gets into the end zone. That's a great drive and a great response to make this a ball game by the Bengals because it wasn't looking good.
Snap is down on the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. 2:31 to go in the first half. The Bengals are on the board. It's now Marcus 14 and Braswell 7. You are watching Marcus Football Nights.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
So the Marauders, after taking a 14-0 lead, they see the Braswell Bengal offense respond by going 83 yards, the last 7 of which on the ground by running back Moses Adalowo. That is Adalowo's 9th touchdown on the ground this season. And he cuts the Marauder lead in half 14-7. That drive, of course, led by junior quarterback number 12, Braden Mansell. And he made 2 huge throws on that drive. Little pooch kick short, caught at the 23 and returnable for Austin Allen. Cuts up the middle, outside the 30, and the ball's now on the turf. It's a fumble, and Braswell may have recovered it. Austin Allen looked like he had a good return, was going to be good field position, but as he got hit, that ball popped out, and the Bengals recover, and they have it now at the Marcus 39-yard line.
So the first thing in my mind was there's a little over 2 minutes left. You don't necessarily, well, here's the replay. You can see he doesn't fair catch, but you don't expect him to fair catch. He's such a good returner. Just gets the arm with the peanut swipe. That wasn't necessarily a peanut punch. It was more of a swipe.
I honestly wonder if he fumbled that himself trying to change hands because he had it in his left hand. He saw the defender coming from his inside. I wonder if he was trying to switch hands and just dropped it.
That's not what you want right before half. Lucky you do get the ball coming out of third quarter.
First and 10 at the 40, at the Marcus 40, a quick throw on a slip screen out to the near side. Only going to be a gain of a yard as he hits his tight end, Christian Bourgeois. Only a gain of a yard. They went empty set that time. They actually give him credit for 2 to the Marcus 38. Third turnover of the ball game for the Marcus Marauders. One took points off the board. Another potentially took points off the board. And then this one on the kickoff. 2nd and 8, Mansell back to throw, dropping back, now stepping up, firing, and that pass is taken away. Oh, what a play by Caden Wright. He took the ball out of the hands of the defender and then runs it all the way down to the Marcus 17-yard line. Wow, what a play. That's a gain of 21 yards as Easton Mitchell looked like he had that ball picked off, and Caden Wright just took it out of his hands.
So we look at the movement in the pocket, get the ball. It's right there. I mean, it's almost intercepted by number 34, Cole Schott. It really should have been.
It was 34, not 4, my bad. Well, he had it in his hands. By the way, first down pass over the middle. He was trying to hit number 1, Christopher Johnson, and overthrew it. Cole Schott had the ball in his hands, and Caden Wright just ripped it away from him.
I mean, it's unbelievable hand strength. Look at this. He's not going to be denied. He wants that football, and then he takes off down the field.
And nearly gets it ripped out
right
again.
Everybody's breaking 1, 2, 3 tackles. It takes 2 Marauders to bring him down.
That was all Caden Wright on that play. 2nd and 10 to Marcus 17. A minute 29 to go. Handoff coming around the near side. Broken tackle by Adalowo, and now he's going to get knocked backwards. He broke a tackle, then tried to find another place to run and actually lost yards on the play of 2 yards back to the 19.
There's just not a lot of room to go there. The Marauders had everyone coming up, rallying to the football. That's how you need to stop the run game.
Well, the change of quarterback to Braden Mansell has definitely given this offense a spark because he has been able to get some things going in the pass game. for this Braswell Bengal offense. The run game was having some success, but it was having limited success. It wasn't really getting the ball moving. In the pass game, it really got things underway. A timeout on the field, as I believe the Bengals took their second timeout of the half. And with 1:22 to go, they are facing a 3rd and 12 at the Marauder 19-yard line. That is the Bengals' second timeout. They have one left.
This is a big spot for the Bengals because, again, they're going to be kicking off coming out of halftime. So if you can score here and tie it up, come out and play some defense in the third quarter, you put yourself in a really good position. So it's a big couple plays here for the Bengals coming up before the half.
Yeah, and again, ball security is going to be a big thing at halftime because all 3 turnovers in this game so far have really been crucial. You had the fumble on the poor exchange down on the 1-yard line as Marcus is trying to go in for a touchdown on the opening possession. Then they have the ball in Bengal territory, and Colton Nussmeier just makes a poor throw and ends up throwing an interception down inside the Bengals 30 is where it was caught. And now here on this kickoff by Austin Allen, looked like he was about to set his team up with really good field position for maybe a final drive of the half, but has the ball knocked out of his grip around the 40, setting up the Bengals in Marcus territory.
The Bengals had a similar kickoff to them. They fair caught it, got the ball at the 25 without incident. I'm sure that might be a conversation going into the locker room.
3rd and 12, empty set. Mansell's going to fire one deep up the sideline. It overthrows everybody. Caden Wright that time had no shot as the coverage from Bradley Umi-Izioki was excellent.
Then you got to love that, but hey, this quarterback has no fear, Jacob. He is just letting it rip. He's moving in and out of the pocket. I mean, that time maybe not a great throw, but to have no fear, one step throwing that ball to the back of the end zone, I like it.
And they're going to leave the offense on the field. The play clock is down to 16, and now they're going to call their final timeout. Their kicker, number 81, Sebastian Flores, had a 39-yard field goal attempt in the first quarter that he hooked wide to the left. He had the distance, but he just hooked it wide left. If they do try a kick here, this one will be about 36 yards, so a little bit closer, and it looks like they're at least setting up where they're going to try and bring the field goal team on. 4th and 12, you got to try and get points.
Yeah, and the first kick that he missed, it wasn't due to the lack of the length. It just kind of drifted to the left a little bit. So I feel pretty good about putting it back on the field for this attempt. Not a lot of wind, and you're right in the middle.
Yeah, this is going to be...
It's not in the middle.
It's not in the middle. He's a right-footed kicker, so this is one he can push as opposed to having to hook a little bit. But a minute 17 to go. Now, here's the thing for the Marauders. There's a minute 17 on the clock. They still have 2 timeouts to play with. The offense has been moving the ball. They'll have a chance to maybe still go down and get some points before the end of the half.
I think you certainly try. In the first couple plays and see how things go, and then assess from there.
Field goal team comes on. Number 81, Sebastian Flores, 0 for 1 tonight. Missed from 39. This one from 36. The hold is down. The kick is up. Again, plenty of leg, but this one again is no good. He wasn't able to push it enough. It once again went wide to the left, and the Marauders, after the fumble, come up and get the stop on another missed field goal. So, man, give the Marauders defense credit. They've come up big a couple of times tonight, and it prevented the Bengals from getting points on the board.
Outside of the turnovers, the Marauders are really playing a good football game. It's just been a couple of unfortunate incidences, the bad exchange at the 1, the poor throw, poor decision for the interception, and then that kickoff return. So outside of that, they are playing really, really good football game.
It's basically been self-inflicted mistakes
Marcus
so
starts
far.
their drive at the 20-yard line, first and 10
at the
for the
20.
Marauders.
They'll go 4 wide. They're going to hand it off to Kelly Ikipi. He goes over left tackle, breaks a couple of tackles, gets out to the 23. That may have been a test run.
Carry on the play by number 24.
See, I like to come out and maybe run a screen or a draw in that situation as opposed to just a straight
tackle
play.
made for the Bengals by number 10, Thomas Battle.
Jacob tells me that they're
second
almost
and
content to take
6
this to the half
for the Marauders.
Yeah, 2nd and 7 now. They're going to go 3 wide this time. Technically a 4 wide setup. Trips to the bottom. Snap back to Nussmeier. Fires one pass. Is caught by Jackson Morris out to the 35. Clock will stop momentarily as they reset the chains. It's a gain of 12 for Jackson Morris.
Reception on the play by number 80, Jackson Morris.
35 seconds in
Tackle
counting.
made for the Bengals by number 21, Tyrese Hoskins, first and 10.
Snap back to Nussmeier. Looking downfield. Stepping up, rolling to his left. Now he's going to take off. Out past the 35 up near the 39. And he'll step out of bounds. 22 seconds left in the first half.
Quarterback keeper for number 13,
And the Marauders do have 2
Nussmeier.
timeouts left, so they can get the ball downfield and get a
Second
timeout.
and
One thing we know about Owen Gall,
for
Owen Gall
Marcus.
does have a good leg on him. Hit a season-long last week in the game against Hebron. He hit a 44-yarder last week. So he does have a leg.
Just don't make the mistake here. That's what you're thinking if you're Nussmeier, right? Just throw the ball away, get out of bounds. Just don't make the big mistake.
Austin Allen goes in motion out of the backfield. Screen pass set up. They got good blocking. Kelly Keepy makes a man miss. Now he's in the open field. He's going inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. And does he get into the end zone? Yes, touchdown! Isaiah Kelly Keepy takes the screen pass to the house from 61 yards out to give the Marauders another touchdown with 10 seconds to go in the first half.
And here we're going to get to see the replay. Perfectly set up on this O-line. They wait, they release. You get a perfect ball. Nice flotation ball. Get a nice little cutback off the big block there. Break
Stiff
the tackle.
arm.
You've got the tight end down there, but he doesn't need to block anybody. There goes Kelly. Now it's speed because he's got the angle on him, but it doesn't matter. Kelly Keepy flies from the 3-yard line. What a play.
The extra point is up. They were offsides, but the extra point is good. Are they going to let this play stand, or are they going to call it unabated? That's the question.
Or did they blow the whistle?
Well,
We couldn't hear
the
it.
end man was 2 yards into the backfield at the snap. He was way offsides. They're just going to call offsides. The extra point is good. We'll keep it here with only 10 seconds left in the half, but it's 21-7. Marcus on a huge play of momentum right there. A 61-yard catch and run on a screen pass for a touchdown for Isaiah Kelly Keepy. And what a run that was. I mean, he makes him, the blocking was set up, he makes a man miss, stiff arms another guy, and then he didn't outrun the angle, as it honestly was a great job to even get there by number 30, Aaron Grant, the senior defensive back. He just threw his body at Kelly Keepy, trying to knock him out of bounds, but Isaiah was able to keep his balance, his feet in bounds as he got hit and dove into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a great play by the Marauders. Of course, defensively, you're coming from all the way over the other side of the field to try to make that tackle. And Kelly Keepy, what can you say? I mean, the moves, the stiff arm, the determination, and once he got past that wave, there was nobody back there.
So the Marauders, this time, they're able to take advantage of the missed field goal by Braswell and turn it into points. Even though the Marauders don't have technically any turnovers on the board, they do have a 4th down stop, and there have been 2 missed field goals by Braswell tonight.
And they basically just stole a possession
They did.
with that touchdown.
This is going to be a high, short pooch kick. It's going to be caught, and it's muffed, but covered at the 26. It was muffed at the 25, and one of the upbacks smartly fell on that before the Marauders could jump on it. Give credit to number 42, Hayden Card, who dove on that ball and saved a potential turnover.
Yeah, Christopher Johnson back to return it. Number 31, Marcus Hills comes in and tries to catch it over his shoulder, and they run into each other. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that young man trying to catch a ball over his shoulder like an outfielder. I don't know what that was.
Extremely bizarre.
Yes.
But yeah, Marcus basically steals the possession and gets the ball coming. That could be a 14-point swing. If you were the Bengals, you're kicking yourself because you had an opportunity to tie this thing up. Instead, you're going down 2 touchdowns.
That is a massive momentum play in this game. They're going to do a handoff here on probably the final play of the half. Coming around the 25 or the 30, it'll be a gain of 6 for Moses at Lowo, but that will do it for the first half here at Carico Stadium in Aubrey, Texas, just east of Denton. The Marcus Marauders go to the half with a 3-touchdown lead. They'll get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They lead the Braswell Bengals by a score of 21-7. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to let the halftime kind of do its thing. We'll come back a few minutes before the start of the 3rd quarter, try to catch you up on stats if we have them, and kind of recap what we saw here in the first half. It is 21-7 Marcus at halftime. You are watching Marcus Football Night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
Fall will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Upgrade your home with Pella Windows and Doors for only $199 a month. Our beautiful, energy-efficient windows come with a lifetime warranty, ensuring your family stays comfortable through every season. Call now for a free consultation and make sure your home is prepared with Pella.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill. And from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
Welcome back to Carico Stadium here in Aubrey, Texas, just east of Denton, Texas. As we're about getting ready to start the third quarter, the Marcus Marauders leading the Braswell Bengals by a score of 21-7. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you, and it was a really good first half defensively for the Marcus Marauders as they held a very high-scoring Braswell Bengals offense to only 7 points thanks to a couple of missed field goals and a fourth down stop. For the offense, they were able to move the ball and put points up on the board, but it was turnovers that has kept this game, at least to this point, still within arm's reach for Braswell as we get ready to start the third quarter.
Self-inflicted wounds for Marcus. This game could be way out of hand already at this point, but they are playing really good football outside of those 3 turnovers. The question is, can they keep the pedal down to the floor? And will the Bengals, will they come out with that new quarterback look? Has QB1 been put down on the bench for the rest of this game?
Yeah, we will see. It was backup quarterback Braden Mansell that led the one scoring drive for the Bengals. He brought a bit of a spark to this offense by opening up the passing attack for the Bengals. The Marauders in the first half had 2 touchdowns through the air by Colton Nussmeier. One on a 33-yard pass to Cooper Campbell. The other one, with 10 seconds to go in the first half, a 69-yard screen pass to Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi. The one touchdown on the ground was a 10-yard run by starting middle linebacker Brock Golwis, who came in and ran the Wildcat a couple of times and did it very effectively. But the Marcus ground game was also overall very effective in that first half. Little pooch kick to start things, and it's going to be a fair catch. Got smart heads-up play as Braswell, I think, tried to catch Marcus off guard with a little pooch kick to about the 33. It was fair caught, and the Marauders will start. Let's see where they mark this. They're gonna mark it at the 30. That doesn't seem right to me, but they're going to go ahead and mark it at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Marauders will start this possession.
Interesting. And
yeah,
we'll see.
I think that was a couple of yards short of where he actually caught it.
The Marauders have been starting everything with the run game tonight. That's what Coach Alexander told us he would do. He's got 2 tight ends in the game currently, a tight end and a big H. And Golwis starts at running back.
Yep, he's running the Wildcat. Golwis goes right up the middle and is just running through tacklers out past the 40 to the 41, a gain of 11 yards. Big Brock Golwis, the Texas Tech commit linebacker, just lowering his shoulder and running through the Braswell defense for a gain of 11.
Well, he ran through some of his own guys as well, just pushing them out of the way. He's like a bull in a china shop when he gets the football.
Yeah, now he checks out of the game, and Colton Nussmeier will go back behind center. He split out wide on that first play. So 1st and 10 now at the 41 for the Marauders. Kelly Ikipi in the backfield. Receiver in motion, snap back. It's going to be jet sweep action coming around the near side. Up past the 40, almost out to midfield. Checking into the game that time to run that play was number 12, Peyton Belton, the junior wide receiver. First time we've seen him with some action in a non-blowout game this year. Again, we have the injury tonight to Rhett Garza, the leading receiver for this team. So have to mix things up a little bit with some of the plays you normally run.
And Garza is typically going to be the one that gets that jet sweep end around. So definitely had to find somebody to take that slot away.
Gain of 8 for Peyton Belton out to the 49, 2nd and 2. Snap back, toss sweep to Kelly Ikipi. He's got room inside the 45, 40. He's in the second level, inside the 30, breaking tackles all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards for Isaiah Kelly Ikipi.
And Rhett Harmon, number 75, 6'6", 230 offensive lineman. You can see it on the replay. Pulls around from his tackle spot, lets the tight end block down. He's going to pull through the line here if the play will go, and he's blocking all the way downfield. The reason that play takes off like it did.
Starting right tackle Rhett Harmon, number 75, with a great pull block that time. 1st and 10 for the Marauders at the 24 of Braswell. Opening drive here in the third quarter. Gavin Huffman shifts sides of the formation, snap back, handoff to Mason Jones. Not much room there that time, going to get about a yard before he gets brought down, as he was brought down by number 43, Hernan Brown. And also number 99, Noah Smith, in on the tackle.
They brought the tight end around, they pulled the tight end through, and they threw the big H-back through the hole, and then you run behind it. That's almost 500 pounds running through the hole before the running back does, but just gets clogged up.
2nd and 9 now for the Marauders. They spread out 4 wide set. Nussmeier, play action. Now he's going to step up and take off himself inside the 20, trying to get to the outside, and he gets tripped up trying to break it out. I think he would have been better served just to get as much as he could and get down that time. Ends up getting a gain of about 4 yards to set up 3rd and 5, but I think he probably would have gotten close to the first down if he had just run and taken a slide.
Yeah, never a big fan of the sideways running, but good decision-making there. He went through his first, his second, his third, and his fourth read. Nobody open, and he decides to tuck and run, not forcing the ball.
3rd and 5 now for the Marauders at the 19. Mason Jones in the backfield. Changing the play now is Nussmeier as he's under center here on 3rd down. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff to Jones. Up the middle, breaking a tackle. He's going to be close to the first down. Looks like he's going to be right at the stick, and they're going to give it to him. They're going to mark him down officially at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 for Mason Jones.
Nice, solid drive to start this game. Exactly how they finished off the first half.
Trying to put some distance between themselves and the Bengals here early in this third quarter. Outside of, again, just some self-inflicted wounds on the turnovers, this offense tonight has really been humming. Of course, one of the turnovers was a special teams fumble. Under center again is Nussmeier. Campbell in motion. Handoff to Kelly Ikipi. Bounces it outside and breaks one tackle, but it's not going to get very far. It's going to get maybe a yard. That was a nice job again by number 10, Thomas Battle. He is playing a really good football game tonight on defense for Braswell.
He certainly is. And how about Kelly Ikipi? He's been a little pinball all night. He's been running through people, around people. That time he takes a hit, he spins backwards. He takes another hit, he spins back the other way. And somehow keeps his balance until he finally gets pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, they actually said he lost a yard on that play. Not sure about that spot. 2nd and 11 now at the 14. Campbell in motion. They're going to hand it to Campbell, going back around the left end. He's inside the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. Little reverse motion end around to Cooper Campbell, and he gets down to the 5-yard line to set up 3rd and 2, a gain of 9.
Campbell's been a very reliable receiver for this team all year. He's definitely got some quickness about him. And sometimes you just need to get the ball into the playmaker's hands as quick as possible.
Seeing the Marauders utilize the receivers in the run game on this drive, which they haven't been doing tonight. First time we've seen that action. 3rd and 2 now for the Marauders at the Bengal 5-yard line. Under center is Nussmeier. Campbell in motion. Snap back. Hand off to Kelly Ikipi. Drives forward inside the 5. He'll have the first down at about the 3-yard line. They're going to get right to the 6. I thought he might have gotten a little further, but it was far enough, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they were in the big package. 2 tight ends, an H-back, 1 receiver, 1 running back. And they're going to keep in the meat. They bring in 1 additional receiver, but they take out a receiver, so they're going to stay with those 2 tight ends and H-back look.
Great opening drive. Already 5.5 minutes, almost half of the third quarter already gone here on this opening possession that started at the 30. It's been
a jumbo package.
Yes, it is. Huffman lined up as a fullback. Snap back, hand off to Kelly Ikipi. He's inside the 5, driving. Going to be just short of the goal line. They're going to mark him down at about the half-yard line. He got dragged down. and he was getting tackled around the arm, so he couldn't extend that ball as he was trying to get in the end zone.
I just don't know how you stop it, Jacob, and I believe if you don't have the bad exchange, you probably score from the 1-yard line earlier in the game. This offensive line has done a good job tonight of just pushing the line of scrimmage forward. It's hard to stop all this meat that Coach Alexander has rolled out on this jumbo package.
2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Nussmeier under center. Wonder if he might sneak this year. We haven't seen that this year. Snap back, handoff. Kelly Ikipi dives over the goal line and into the end zone for the touchdown.
You rarely see a dive and land on your feet.
Yeah,
and,
no. He made contact with a defender about 2 yards deep, and that brought his feet to the ground.
And here it is. You just get the meat, right? Everyone, a man on a man. People are on the ground. Tight ends getting involved. Lineman downfield. He jumps over a defender, lands on his feet in the end zone. Easy work for Kelly Ikipi, who's having a huge night here tonight.
Number 5, Adrian Donnerson, the junior defensive lineman, basically caught Kelly Ikipi in the end zone. Extra point is up, and it is good. 5:34 to go here in the third quarter, and the Marauders have made this a 3-touchdown lead. It is now 28-7 Marcus. This is Marcus football night.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Mike Bean for your personal price plan today.
The Marauders go 70 yards on that opening drive of the third quarter. They do so in 6 minutes and 26 seconds. All of it on the ground that time. Finished off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Kelly Ikipi. It's his 2nd touchdown of the night. One on a screen pass, and now that one on the ground. And the Marauders now have a 28-7 lead. Boy, that's exactly the kind of opening drive you want in the third quarter of a game when you're trying to extend the lead.
The third quarter, the first drive of the third quarter is always the most important drive of the game.
Kickoff is fair caught at the 6-yard line that time by number 80, Mekhi Jackson. And the Bengals will start at their own 25-yard line. There was one drop back pass attempt to throw by Nussmeier, but he couldn't find anybody open and scrambled for a 4-yard gain. So there were no passing yards on that drive. Other scores in 5-6A right now. In the third quarter, Denton Geyer on the road at Hebron. They lead Hebron by a score of 14-10. Of course, Marcus will host Denton Geyer next Friday night. Louisville at halftime is up on Flower Mound at Flower Mound. 21-17 is the score, and a close one there. And Coppell is all over Little Elm in the third quarter, 49-0. Snap back on first down. Back in the game is the starting quarterback, Jeremiah Shipp. Out of an empty set, he tries to run a quarterback sweep over left tackle and gets buried behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2.
Well, they made the switch back into their running quarterback, trying to get that quick run pop, but just nothing much going on there.
By the way, the other big game tonight in high school football in the area is number 1 in the state, Duncanville, taking on number 4, DeSoto. And at the half, it's 28-6 Duncanville at DeSoto tonight. Empty set again on 2nd and 12. Shipp drops back, and he's going to get buried. Tony Lee just envelops Shipp behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Shipp, he had to step away from a potential sack by number 33, Will Harrison, who got hands on him. And as he stepped up to break that tackle, Tony Lee just swallowed him up.
Yeah, and it looked like he took a big hit as he gets on the ground, lands, puts all that weight on his shoulder, and he's not too eager to get up. So
yeah, he's up
on his own power.
He landed, Tony Lee just swallowed him up and landed right on top of him.
Did.
Back at the 15-yard line. Was a loss of 3.
Back to that Duncanville DeSoto. Which team lost to North Crowley?
That was DeSoto in week 1.
And they were number 1 at the time.
They were.
They were number 1 this could be the second loss for them.
This would be.
This year.
They're number 4 right now. That one loss. Now, North Crowley's ranked in the top 20, top 10 or top 20 as well in the state.
Now that quarterback Jimerson for North Crowley threw 4 touchdowns in the first quarter of his game here tonight so far that I know of.
3rd and long as Mansell checks in, and that pass is knocked away. Oh, they're going to throw a flag. Bradley Ezioki is going to get flagged for pass interference. He was running hip for hip with number 15, Caden Wright. It looked like he was playing the ball the whole way, but they call the pass interference anyway. We'll have to see if we get a replay on that. They brought in Mansell just to throw a prayer on 3rd and 15 down the middle of the field, as he has connected with Ship a couple of times when he came in, but still, at least on initial look, that looked like good defense from Bradley Ezioki.
And here comes the replay. We'll wait for just a moment. It's a nice-looking throw. The throw's behind him. I don't like the call, Jacob. The throw is underthrown and behind the receiver, but that's where you get a lot of these pass interference calls is on these underthrown balls.
Moses Adelowo got the handoff on first down, was dropped for a 2-yard loss on the play. You know, Bradley is looking, Ezioki is looking at the ball the entire way, running right behind the receiver. And yes, he did. The receiver the receiver, number 15, Caden Wright, slowed up because the pass was behind him and underthrown. And Ezioki did run into him before the ball got there, but again, he's playing the ball the whole way. Play action on second down, another deep bomb down the middle of the field, and this one is going to be knocked away as that was thrown into double coverage. Again, Bradley Ezioki was running right with Caden Wright, and that time he was joined by Brady Moore, the freak, who came over and played the ball from the other side, and they knock it away.
You keep lollipopping these balls over the middle of the field, and something bad is going to happen, and that's going to be in the way of an interception or decapitated receiver. So we got to take it easy throwing these high lollipop balls over the middle of the field.
Well, he's thrown it up in the first half. Mansell threw it up twice to Caden Wright, and it worked out for him.
On the sidelines, though.
Yes.
Not in the middle of the field.
And one where Wright just took the ball away from the defender. 3rd down, and that one's intercepted. That pass was off target and intercepted by number 4, Easton Mitchell, the Rovers. They were trying to hit a quick slant, and the Marauders get their first turnover of the night.
Well, they're going to talk about it. It looked like maybe a little miscommunication. It looks like a little play action. He's going to get the ball out, but he just gets it out a little high and a little hard. You're throwing a slant, that needs to be in the numbers. You can't have your receiver with his ribs exposed going across the middle like that. So 3 high balls in a row. He gets away with one due to the pass interference, but that one intercepted, and we thought that was going to happen the way those balls were kind of flying out of his hand.
Yeah, Isaiah Polk is the receiver he was trying to hit on the quick slant. Mitchell was right behind, was running with the receiver on the route, and that pass was just high and too far out in front, and Mitchell made a great leaping catch for the interception.
I don't know what miscommunication they thought they could have had. It's just a bad throw on a slant route.
1st and 10 at the 38, play action. Nussmeier drops back, steps up away from pressure, makes a man miss. Now he's on the move. He's inside the 30, and he's just going to take the ball out of bounds. Smart play, doesn't take a hit, and we have two Bengal players down in the backfield, slow to get up, but they're up under their own power now. But a great job by Colton Nussmeier to avoid the pressure, make a couple of men miss, and get it down to the 27 for a gain of 11.
Nussmeier has really good pocket agility, right?
Yes.
Where he's inside the pocket and he just sort of slithers like a snake through those tackles. He's able to get himself through the trouble and the traffic that's back there so much, in fact, that 2 Bengals run into each other and they're down on the ground while Nussmeier is running for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 27 of Braswell. Right receiver in motion. Handoff and a big hit behind the line of scrimmage, as that time Mason Jones gets dropped for a loss once again by the linebacker, number 10, Thomas Battle. He's been the one guy on defense for Braswell tonight consistently making plays, and he makes one there.
And you can see it from up here, right? Thomas Battle, he just looks like a linebacker. He looks like he was born to play that position. He's fiery, and he's the guy that has been running around making plays for this defense.
Yeah, and that time he came in on a run blitz and came right up, shot the gap, and hit Thomas Jones for a loss of 3 back at the 30. Mason Jones, sorry. 2nd down. Dropping back is Nussmeier. He swings it out to Mason Jones on a screen pass. Pass is caught and down to the 25. It would be a gain of 5 for Jones. Actually, that one was pretty well played that time by the Braswell defense. There was only one blocker, Jackson Morris, out in front of him, and he had 2 guys to try and block.
I'm lucky to get those 5 yards and put yourself in 3rd and manageable here.
3rd and 9.
Well, a little bit more than manageable.
Yeah, they mark him down at the 26. I have a lot of issues with the way line judges in high school spot the ball.
We also have a different vantage point tonight. We're very high up in the air.
3rd and 9 at the 26. Snap back. It's a handoff, a sweep coming around the near side. Not much there. I think they tried to catch the Braswell defense off guard a little bit, see if they'd be playing back on pass on 3rd and long. And they've had success with some sweep plays tonight. That time, though, he's knocked out of bounds after only a gain of about 2, maybe 3. Looks like they're going to give him 3 down to the 23. It's 4th and 6 now, and the offense is going to stay on the field.
No hesitation for Coach Alexander and staff. They're going to go ahead and keep the offense on the field. I'm sure they have the right play call here. They're going to spread them out a little bit.
Yep, out of the shotgun, 4th and 6. This would be a 40-yard field goal attempt if they were to try it. But they're going to keep the offense out there. Receiver comes in motion, snap back to Nussmeier on 4th down. He fires one, and that pass is incomplete. The receiver slipped and fell down. Cooper Campbell had an outcut, and as he was trying to stop to catch the ball, his feet went right out from under him, and it'll be a 4th down stop for the Braswell defense. The pass was there. The route was there. The receiver's feet, unfortunately, were not there.
Right, good play. And everything's been going right for the Marauders outside of the 3 turnovers. But that time, perfect throw, perfect route, just slips.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Luckily, that ball wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, it was on target. It would have been a 1st down for Cooper Campbell, but as he's doing his out route and stopping his feet in front of the sideline, just slips. So the Bengals will take over their own 23 after getting a 1st down stop. 2:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ship back in the game at quarterback. And he keeps the ball on the zone read play, gets up past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a gain of 4 for Jeremiah Ship.
So the Bengals aren't ready to completely get away from what they do and what they do best. So they want to continue to run on that football, and if nothing else, make sure that they're continuing to work on getting better themselves for the rest of the year. But down 3 touchdowns and still really committed to the run.
Well, their identity all season has been a 3-pronged rushing attack, and it's been successful for them. To their credit, they have put up a ton of points this year. This Bengals offense has.
We've only seen 2 of the 3 prongs really here tonight.
Yeah, not much action tonight so far for Zahir Trufant. This is a handoff going around the right side here on 2nd down. Still, and actually it's a quarterback power, and still on his feet is Ship. He actually gets a gain of 3 out to the 30 when I thought they had him stopped for no gain.
And that was working earlier in the game. Ship was getting those chunk yards, 8, 9, 12 yards a pop. Since then, this Marauder defense has really tightened up. They're playing really good contain on the outsides, and the linebackers are playing really good gap control on the inside, which is stifling this run game.
Pistol formation here on 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line. They've got trips to the near side of the field. And now they're going to call timeout. Play clock was at 10. The Bengals will call a quick timeout to try and reset things. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Quick timeout, 28-7 Marcus. This is Marcus Football Night.
Fall will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Upgrade your home with Pella Windows and Doors for only $199 a month. Our beautiful, energy-efficient windows come with a lifetime warranty, ensuring your family stays comfortable through every season. Call now for a free consultation and make sure your home is prepared with Pella.
Yeah, everybody. If you've had a dream ever in your life.
2 teams coming back on the field. Jacob Dedamore, Tim Smith here with you from Carrico Stadium in Aubrey, Texas. The Marauders leading the Braswell Bengals 28-7 with 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Bengals come back onto the field, and it is this time at quarterback Braden Mansell. He takes the shotgun snap, handoff, and nothing doing that time. Actually, Adelowo lost his footing, but he was going to get hemmed up. There were multiple Marcus defenders to corral him, and he loses 2 yards back at the 28.
And just as we're talking off the broadcast, they changed quarterbacks again and to hand off. They changed to the passing quarterback and hand off the ball.
But I can see the thought process, because when Mansell's in the game, they've been letting him throw it, and it's kind of opened up the offense. They go with a draw on 3rd down. But at that time the Marcus defense was ready for it.
Credit to this defense from Marcus. They've really stood up all night tonight.
They really have. 4th and 5. Austin Allen back to receive the punt. This is a short wobbler that's going to hit at midfield. Picked up by Allen on the run, and there's nobody in front of him. He's inside the 20, and he is going to walk into the end zone for a 52-yard touchdown. Austin Allen saw nobody was on that side of the field. He started running up, and as soon as that ball took a high hop, he accelerated, caught it on the fly, and ran untouched into the end zone.
I only imagine that this ball was supposed to be kicked to the left, but it's kicked wildly and short to the right. You're right. Picks up off the bounce and running full speed as a returner. You're never going to get an easier return than this because it's only the punter back there who's easily blocked.
I think that punt was supposed to be toward, you're probably right, and it didn't make it. And Allen's running up towards it. He saw that high bounce and just accelerated to make sure he could catch it because he saw nobody in front of him down the sideline.
Just too easy.
And he just sprinted untouched. 52 yards on the return. The second punt return for a touchdown in 3 weeks in the last 3 games for Austin Allen. He makes up for the fumble on the kickoff to get his team on the board again with 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As the extra point was up and good, it's now 35-7 Marcus on the special teams touchdown.
And you talk about the fumble earlier. How about the confidence with that fumble in the rearview mirror to go pick up that ball anyway, running full speed, and go for the touchdown? Some players might be a little bit more hesitant in that situation, but not this time. We're going to pick up the ball and go for the touchdown.
Austin Allen, when he returns the ball, he is confident in his abilities.
He is.
Even on the fumble, on the kickoff, he caught that kickoff at about the 23-yard line on the short pooch kick and saw he had a lane, so he didn't fair catch it and took off and was in the process of getting a pretty good return until the ball popped out.
That looked like the right decision.
Yeah, it did.
I still think it was the right decision.
Yeah, because he was going to get it probably close to a 20-yard return on that kick, and then the ball got knocked loose.
Just a really good play by the Bengals.
Yeah. Short pooch kick here for Marcus, and again –
I don't know what is happening with the Bengals special teams tonight.
Again, one of the Bengal players, that is number 30. I think it was the same guy the last time. Number 30, Aaron Grant, DB, is running towards his own goal line and tries to catch it over his shoulder and runs into his return man who's coming forward to try and catch it.
It's like self-sabotage.
That time they didn't muff it like they did in the end of the first half. And so the fair catch was made, just in a very unconventional manner.
Too many more plays like that, we're going to have to start calling you the Bad News Bengals.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what's happening
I think the Braswell coaching staff is going to have a word with him about how he's trying to catch those balls. Low snap, picked up, handoff up the middle, out past the 25 to about the 29. That's Zahir Trufant, the sophomore, who gets about 4 yards, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. The Marauders extend their lead with 2 touchdowns in that third quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run from Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi and a 52-yard punt return from Austin Allen. We go to quarter number 4. It's Marcus 35, Braswell 7. This is Marcus Football Night.
Can you feel it? The paradigm shift. The rising intensity as the engines idle. Let the race begin. Fire up your appetite. Farm fresh beef, straight from the source, to our grill, and from the sea to your plate. All of our ingredients are fresh and made to order. Dine in today and taste the fast and furious difference. Order online or take it to go and fire up your appetite at F&F Japanese Grill.
We go to quarter number 4 here at Carrico Stadium. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you on Champion Sports Radio and Tradio. And the Marcus Marauders lead 35-7. The Bengals have the ball, 2nd and 6 at their own 29. It is number 12, Braden Mansell, the junior, in at quarterback on this possession. He's in the shotgun. Now they empty out the backfield. Here comes a blitz. They swing a pass out. It's caught out to the 30, and a nice catch and run that time by the sophomore. Number 22, Zahir Trufant. He's a couple of yards short of the first down, but he gets a gain of 4 out to the 33.
Nice job by Caleb Livingston to get out there and make that open field tackle.
Yes.
That could have been a much bigger play.
Yep, he's doing. He kind of He kind of calf roped him down to the ground at about the 33 there, setting up 3rd and 2. Empty set again here. Back comes in motion. Another deep ball down the middle of the field, and this one's going to be intercepted by Easton Mitchell again. And he's got some room to return it with blockers in front. He makes a man miss. He's into the open field now, into Bengal territory, down to the 30, down to the 25, and he's finally knocked out of bounds. Again, that we've seen it a couple times here in this 3rd quarter. Braden Mansell just trying to basically throw up a jump ball to his big wide receiver, Caden Wright. And the last couple of times he's tried it, the Marcus Marauders were there, and this time they pick it off.
I mean,
Actually, that was not Caden Wright. That was number 1, Christopher Johnson, and Easton Mitchell came from the other side of the formation.
We talked about it the last time they had the ball. You simply can't throw the ball lollipop-like over the middle like that because these safeties are playing deep enough, and that's one of your run-stopping safeties that are no longer concerned with the run now.
Yeah.
He's back there to intercept the pass and almost takes it back to the house. Great field position for Marcus, and honestly, this is a chance to just put this game away perhaps and nail
if it's
in
not
the coffin.
already, yeah. He picked that off around the 40-yard line and returned it to the 22 of Braswell. It's about a 38-yard return for Easton Mitchell. Handoff on 1st down. Little bit of room, but not a ton. A gain of a yard, looks like, for Isaiah Kelly-Ikipi. That'll make it 2nd down. Wait, check that. That was not Kelly-Ikipi. That was number 23, Cade McKnight, with his first carry of the ball game.
Yeah, we've made some line changes here. Jake Torgerson is in at quarterback.
Oh, okay, so we got a new group. So now I think the Marauders feel confident where they are, getting some of the backups some time. So Jake Torgerson checks in. Cade McKnight in at tailback. Get you some other players in here in just a second. Under center is Torgerson. Jet sweep action coming around the far end, inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marauders. Number 12, Peyton Belton, for the 2nd time tonight, chased the jet sweep handoff, and this time he gets around the end and takes it into the end zone from 21 yards out.
Woo, is he fast. He got the ball and like a jet gets around the corner, gets a really nice block here. Can't see the number, but then just off to the races, eats up the defender that has the angle.
I think that might have been Charlie Burgesson on the outside who got
Great
the block for
by
him.
Charlie
It was.
Ferguson to seal that edge and allow for the touchdown run.
Boy, that is little water bug speed right there by number 12, Peyton Belton. The extra point hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 10:31 to go in the ball game. The Marauders in full control. They lead the Braswell Bengals 42-7. This is Marcus Football Night.
Are you ready to score big in the game of home ownership? Southern Collective Realty is here to get you into the end zone of your dream home. Hi, I'm Amy Turner, and I'm the broker and owner of Southern Collective Realty. I've been a Marcus mom for the last 6 amazing years and a great supporter of the Marauders.
I'm Sarah Grant, and I'm proud to be a Marauder mom and aunt. Together we bring in over 20 years of experience in Flower Mound and surrounding areas. Southern Collective Realty, where every home purchase is a victory.
Ready to kick off your search? Give us a call today.
After the interception by Easton Mitchell, the Marauders only need 2 plays to stick it into the end zone. The last of those being a 21-yard touchdown run on an end around by number 12, Peyton Belton. And it's now 42-7. Marcus, I'm pretty sure that's Belton's first touchdown of the year.
It's his second carry of the year, is it not?
That's his second carry of the ball game.
Of the year.
Of the year, you're correct. He's getting a little more playing time tonight. Again, the injury tonight to Rhett Garza. He was unavailable. Kickoff by the new sophomore kicker is down to the goal line. Fair caught for the touchback. Again, number 90 was brought up from the JV. That's Santiago Diaz, a sophomore kicker. He's been handling kickoff duties tonight. We do have a flag down. Looks like the Marauders were offsides on the kick.
Manziel is going to listen to me. It's not it's not Johnny Manziel out there.
It's Braden Mansell.
Braden Mansell is going to be coming back out at quarterback. We get the idea that Ship maybe has some sort of an injury. He took that big hit by Tony Lee, and we have not seen him since. He's sitting on the bench with his teammates, doesn't have his helmet with him. We imagine that some sort of a little tweak of an injury of some sort.
He's probably a bit banged up. Again, you know, he's the starting quarterback for this team. Their identity is running the football, and he's been a big part of that. And it's had success pretty much every game this year for them. But tonight it just has not been working. And so Mansell's been getting some work, and he's made the ball move. And actually he keeps it on a zone read and gets plunked right at the line of scrimmage for no gain that time. As coming up to make the hit for the Marauders, who have some backups in on defense, is number 41, Grady Fackler, the senior linebacker, along with number 21, Grayson Patrick.
And that's just the zone read. He reluctantly kept the ball, does the quarterback, and not much yardage to go there for him. Not very fleet of foot.
Well, again, just to give perspective to what the Marcus defense has done tonight, the low point this year for Braswell as far as points scored in a game this year has been 23, and that was last week against Louisville. That was the fewest they'd scored in a game all season. Snap back on second down. Going to be a deep pass up the sideline. Has a man. It's caught, and breaking a tackle into the open field is number 4, Isaiah Polk. He's down the sideline. Inside the 10, 5, touchdown.
Double move, Jacob.
It was a double move, and Isaiah Polk he had to basically stop because the pass didn't have a lot of air under it. He had to stop to catch it, but when he did, he was able to basically duck under a tackle attempt at the point of catch. This is just a great move right here as he was able to spin out and duck under the tackle attempt by Grayson Patrick, and then he just turned on the Jets.
Just a little fake screen. They had run the screen a couple times. They've shown the screen a few times. That time they pumped the screen, just a little pump and go, and they hit him in the sweet spot.
Extra point is up and good. We'll keep it here. 9:35 to go in the ball game for Isaiah Polk. That is his second touchdown catch of the season. As he gets open down the field, makes a great move, uses his speed to get away for a 70-yard score, and that makes it 42-14. Just as we're praising the Marcus defense for holding down this offense, they pop one. Now again, a lot of reserves on the field that time.
I was going to say, this is not the Marauder #1 defense right now, so you've got some kids in there trying to get some experience, and you expect some of that to happen maybe.
So the Bengals get their second touchdown of the night on a 2-play drive.
A lot of time left in this, but I don't think enough.
Well, what you're going to have what you're going to see now. I mean, with a 4-score lead with 9.5 to go, Coach Alexander is going to get a lot of his reserves out there and give them the opportunity to execute and get some reps in and see if they can have some success out there on the field. Hans' team, I think, is on as the Marauders are all – there's nobody deeper than the 25-yard line right now. They're expecting maybe a pooch kick or an onside kick here.
That's what I would expect. I mean, if you're the Bengals, you want to try to get as many possessions as possible. And here they come with a surprise pooch kick.
And this one goes out of bounds.
They even surprised you, Jacob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured the pooch kick or an onside kick was coming, and that time it goes out of bounds at the 43 of Marcus, which is where they'll take over.
They were all kind of huddled around, and it looked like they were trying to come up with a plan, and all of a sudden they just broke out, and the kicker kicked the ball. It was quite erratic. That's going to be Marauder football.
Yep.
With very good field position.
Yep, they'll take over at the spot where the kick went out of bounds.
I assume Jake Torgerson will still be the quarterback as we see him there leading the pack, bringing out his troops. We have a new offensive line, new tight end, new running back, 2 new tight ends. Well, a new tight end, new H-back, I suppose.
Jake Torgerson at quarterback. You got Cade McKnight in at tailback right now. 1st and 10. Actually, it's at the 48, not the 43. I'm sorry. Handoff to McKnight coming around the near side. Breaks a tackle. He's into Bengal territory and brought down at the Braswell 35. They're going to mark 45, excuse me. They mark him at the 46. So it'll be a gain of 7 or a gain of 6 for Cade McKnight.
Now, McKnight is the bigger of the running backs here. He's 5'10", 215. He is a load.
He's got good size back there.
He sure does. You can clearly tell he's the bigger back. Even Jones, who's more the power runner, is only 185 pounds. They weigh the same, him and Kelly Ikipi. So this is your big bruising back here at 215.
Number 82, Ryan Brunette in at wide receiver. He's out, split out wide. Another handoff to McKnight. Over left guard inside the 45 down to the 44. It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 2 now for the Marauder offense. As their goal here is to just keep the chains moving, keep the clock running. Checking in at wide receiver now is number 85, Chinazor Kazakpala.
We've seen him quite a bit in the last couple weeks. Haven't seen him here tonight too much.
He's in there with Jake Bayer, number 10, at the 2 wide receiver spots.
And tight end 84, Jacob Redis is in the game, 6'1", 210, senior.
Along with number 29, Arinze Kazakpala. The 2 Kazakpala brothers in the game now. Handoff on 3rd down. Going over right tackle. 1st down for Cade McKnight. Nice strong run. Got hit short of the line of scrimmage and just powered his way through for a gain of 3 to move the sticks.
That's competing.
Yep.
That's showing effort. Even from the backups who have been waiting all night to get in the game, they come in and show effort.
And that is one thing we have seen all night tonight is the Marauders getting back to their identity and getting back to who they want to be. And that is a team that controls the line of scrimmage. They got the running game going. It opened some things up in the passing game. And it's been very efficient all night long on offense. 1st and 10 for the Marauders at the Bengal 41. Snap back, another handoff to McKnight. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, driving forward. He's still on the move inside the 25, the 35, and down to about the 30. What a strong run from Cade McKnight, and he's down at the 30-yard line for a gain of 11 and a 1st down, and now some shoving going on after the play. The referees keep their flags in their pockets and just break things up.
McKnight is a load. He's like a freight train out there.
And fresh legs, too. Fresh legs against a tired Braswell defense.
Nice looking offensive schemes tonight. They've gotten their tight ends, their H-backs. They've thrown the ball a little bit, but like you say, really chugging along with this run game.
Another play action this time for Torgerson. He's going to fire one deep down the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. Well defended that time by the Bengals. He was trying to hit Jake Bayer on the deep route down the seam, and a little too tall for him to catch it, and he's a little dinged up there as he picks up the ball and works his way towards the Marcus sideline. He may have tweaked something there.
He sure is. He jumped a little too early, in my opinion. I thought the ball was going to come down to him, and he jumped just a little early and was on his descent when the ball kind of flew over his head. Those are just 2 guys don't get a lot of reps together.
Jalen Hudson, number 27 for Braswell, was one of the defenders back there, and now we're going to have a timeout by Marcus. As took a little while for them to get their personnel, and play clock was running down. So 6:48 to go here in the ball game. Marcus up 42-14. This is Marcus football night.
Fans experience amazing at Marty B's restaurants. Marty B's, Rustico, 1845. Marty B's Coffee, and now open Branded Bowls. And coming very soon, you can experience sizzling fajitas and wonderful margaritas at their all-new Cactus Canyon. Experience amazing in any and all Marty B's locations.
Back here at Carrico Stadium, Jacob Dedamore, Tim Smith here with you. The Marauders leading 42-14. They have the ball on the Bengal 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 now. 6:48 to go in the ball game. Torgerson at quarterback now, under center. Snap back, handoff to McKnight, who makes a man miss in the backfield and drives forward. Going to get about a yard or 2 out of this, but on strength alone, because there was good penetration that time by the Braswell defense. And he's able to drive forward and at least get a yard out of that.
Braswell continues to get that quick pressure right up the middle, and they've been able to run past it the last couple times, but that time he kind of gets caught up there in the backfield with the 2 defenders, and just too many tacklers that time.
Number 51, James Spence in at left tackle. Number 70, Elijah Carney at right tackle. Number 58, Colin Bain in at left guard right now for the Marauders. 3rd and 9 at the 29-yard line. Snap back to Torgerson. Drops back, swings it out to McKnight on the screen. Catch is made inside the 25 down to the 23. Gain of 6. He's 3 yards short of the first down. Marauders, at least for the moment, will keep the offense on the field.
Well, they sure will. They're bringing in another the 2 receivers, so they're going to go to a little bit more of a spread look, it would appear.
Bringing Jake Bayer into the game as well as Chinazor Kazakpala for this 4th down play from the 23, 4th and 3. '52 Zane Howell at center. Under center is Torgerson. Bayer comes in motion. They hand it to Bayer on the end around. Makes a man miss, but it is well defended by Braswell, and they drop him for a 2-yard loss back at the 25-yard line. Well defended that time by the Braswell defense, and it's a 4th down stop for the Bengals.
Not much to do there. Braswell kind of knew that was coming. You see the
they were
motion
ready
coming.
for it.
You've seen that play 3 or 4 times tonight. They just string it out to the sidelines and nowhere to go.
Yeah, Jalen Hudson is the one who made the tackle. Again, just a well-defended play that time. I thought maybe they might fake the little end around to kind of freeze the defense and hand it off to Cade McKnight. But the Bengals get the stop after a couple of first downs by Marcus. 5:13 to go. Bengals take over their own 26. Mansell out of the shotgun, hands it off, going over the left side, dancing through the hole, still on his feet, finally brought down at the 30. It's going to be a gain of 4. Another solid run. Moses Adalowo has got some really good feet out there at tailback, and he makes men miss. They're going to actually give him forward progress to the 31 for a gain of 5.
Extremely good feet. And you could tell, like I said earlier in this game, he's definitely working the cones during the week because he's very, very nimble.
He scored the one touchdown for the Bengals in the first half on a 7-yard run. Empty set, snap back, throw out for a slip screen. Pass is caught out past the 35 to the 38 by number 1, Christopher Johnson. In on the tackle that time was number 8, Easton Enfinger, as he's in the game on defense for the Marauders. A lot of reserves out there now for the Marauders on defense.
A lot of experience being gained. And some of the seniors that are out there that don't get to play very often, they get a chance to get out there and get sweaty.
Number 61, Scott Persons in at one defensive end. A handoff to Adalowo. He dances forward. Not much room that time to roam. He tried to cut back, but was brought down right at the line of scrimmage by Enfinger, number 8. Also in the game,
Caden Bowie was in on that too, sorry.
That's all right. Scott Persons at one defensive line spot. Maddox Neese, number 97, in the game on the defensive front. Also in the game right now is number 56, Tanasi Yeager. Snap back, empty set, shotgun. Pass is caught. Out past the 45, up to midfield. As once again he hits Christopher Johnson on the little quick hitch route. And they move the chains on the first down out to the 50, a gain of 12.
Just little chip, chip, chip. They're not doing anything necessarily downfield, just hitting these little pop passes real fast.
Another quick snap, pass deep up the sideline. Pass is caught inside the 10, 5, touchdown. That time he was able to connect with number 15, Caden Wright, who he connected with a couple times in the first half. He got behind the defense. It was a really good throw that time from Braden Mansell, and they connect on a 50-yard touchdown pass.
Just when we say they're not taking any chances downfield, that time he doesn't go to the middle. He goes more to the sideline. There's a mismatch back there with the reserve corner on your starting number 1 wide receiver. It's a good thing to identify that and make a play.
Yep, Caden Bowie was trying to stay with number 37, Caden Bowie, was trying to stay with number 15, Caden Wright, and just couldn't stay with him. And it's a 50-yard score, 3:19 to go. It's now 42 to 21, Marcus, as they're now officially doubling up Braswell. We'll keep it here for the moment. You know, this is how you get experience. You've got all reserves in on defense right now on both sides of the ball for the Marauders, and unfortunately for the Marauders, the backup secondary has gotten beat a couple of times now.
Well, that's a tough assignment. I mean, they haven't single covered that receiver 15 the entire game, Caden. And that time he gets single covered. There's no safety over the top. I think The fact that the play looked like one of those little pop passes, the safety comes down. You notice the one-on-one. That's just a tough matchup. I mean, so good recognition by the Bengals offense to get that ball downfield after hitting a couple of those short little pop passes. And for them, for the Bengals, you need something positive before the game's over going into next week. And I think they're doing a good job with that here in the fourth quarter. Regardless of how this is going to play out, they're competing all the way through and finding out additionally who they are, who they can be going through the rest of this season.
70-yard catch and run here in this fourth quarter by Isaiah Polk that time. And here comes the onside kick. The ball's on the turf, but it looks like the Marauders covered it. Nice job jumping on that ball by number 32, Jack Dunlap, after he got through the first Marcus player and squirted free, but Dunlap jumped on it to give the ball to the offense at the Marauder 47-yard line.
Very heads-up play by Dunlap to be able to get on that play. The 5'10" senior DB, 180 pounds.
There were 3 Bengals collapsing on that ball, and Dunlap was the one Marauder who could have gotten onto it, and he did. They spotted at the 46, 1st and 10. Colton Nussmeier now checks back into the game after a couple of possessions that
guess the score's getting a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's now a 3-touchdown game. He wants to put this game away right now. So he brings Nussmeier in. Handoff coming around the near side. A gain of about 3 up to the 49. And then we have a late shove. That was Mason Jones who took the handoff that time for a gain of 3. We had one of the offensive linemen for Marcus get shoved to the ground after the play. It was Grant Gager, the center, but no flag came out. 2nd and 7 now. Yeah, this might be a situation where
all the starters are back, by the way. It's not just Nussmeier. It's a whole line change.
They got one possession from the backup offense that got a couple of first downs, and then another possession that only got 1 first down, and then a couple of deep shot scores, and I think Coach Alexander wants to put this game away right now.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Toss sweep to Mason Jones. He's into the second level inside the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. That'll be down to the 31, actually. It'll be a gain of 18 and a first down. And, yeah, I think that's exactly the thought process. It's like, okay, enough of this. We've had the reserves go out there, and they've cut 2 touchdowns into the lead. Let's put this game away.
Normally you might kind of intermingle some reserves with some starters, maybe keep the starting O-line out there for a bit and put in some reserve running backs. But Marauders went with a complete line change, and after 2 series, they went right back to the number ones.
1st and 10 at the 31. Handoff to Jones up the middle into the second level, the 20 down to the 15 and brought down at the 13-yard line. Another 18 yards for Mason Jones, and they're moving the chains in this and the first string offense is doing exactly what Coach Alexander wants, and that's moving the chains, keeping the clock running, and trying to end this ball game.
And I think the first string offense coming out says more about the backup defense who's been giving up points out there.
Well, it might be a combination
you
of
might
both.
be more apt to give the backup offense players more time if the game is staying where it was, but you're right. It gets a little too close for comfort. You want to put it away.
Another handoff this time to McKnight. He breaks into the second level, and he's going to push it into the end zone. Cade McKnight breaking tackles, and he rumbles into the end zone for a Marauder touchdown from 13 yards out.
Choo-choo! Anybody see that freight train coming downhill?
Choo-choo!
Holy moly, look at this. Everybody, hat on a hat. You get the big tight end making the block, the guard pulling through, he puts his hand on him, and then he just sees 2 other defenders. They don't even try to tackle him. They're staying away. Easy touchdown for McKnight.
Big Cade McKnight with his first touchdown of the season. Extra point is up and good. 1:53 to go, and the Marauders have now put this game away for sure. 49-21 is the score. This is Marcus football night.
Fall will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Upgrade your home with Pella Windows and Doors for only $199 a month. Our beautiful, energy-efficient windows come with a lifetime warranty, ensuring your family stays comfortable through every season. Call now for a free consultation and make sure your home is prepared with Pella.
Well, the Marcus first string offense comes back out onto the field, and they immediately march the ball. It was 54 yards on that latest touchdown drive. 54 yards on the drive, finished off by a 13-yard run from Cade McKnight, his first touchdown of the year. I think there's another reason the first-team offense may have come out onto the field. I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. Something Coach Alexander told me outside of our interview earlier this week. As this kickoff is a line drive deep, it's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. So Marcus obviously coming into tonight 0-2. It's going to be an uphill climb to get back into the playoffs. They're going to find themselves into position maybe with some tiebreakers against teams like maybe a Louisville or a Hebron that they've already lost to. Point differential is one of the tiebreakers in this, okay? In this district, point differential is one of the big tiebreakers, and you get a maximum point differential in each game of 17 points. So Coach Alexander was telling me early in the week, you may see us, if we're up big in a game late, keep the foot on the gas to make sure we get that full 17 points in a game that we're winning to try and up our point differential. Little play action slip screen on first down. Pass is caught to the near side out past the 30 to the 34 by Christopher Johnson. He's been really active these last couple of possessions as as Braswell is going no huddle, quick snap, empty set here, down as much as they are. We're down to just over a minute and a half to go in the ball game. 2nd and 1 at the 34. Snap back, handoff up the middle, first down outside the 40 to the 45, almost to midfield. That's a nice run that time by Zahir Trufant, the sophomore. He gets it out to the 49 for a first down. That's a gain of 15.
Fastest we've seen the Bengals move all day today.
Yeah, these last couple of series, I mean, they've had no choice. They're going no huddle tempo. In motion, snap back. Trufant with the handoff. Gets wrapped up right past the line, and now we're going to have a flag come in late. We may get a flag on Marcus for a hit on the quarterback after he handed it off, as number 14 for Marcus, Ryan San Miguel, blasted Braden Mansell right after he handed the ball off, and that's what they're going to call. They're going to call a personal foul on Ryan San Miguel. So tack on 15 yards and move that ball down to the 32-yard line.
Interesting to note that this isn't a complete line change for the Marauders. You can see they've got some starting secondary players out there.
Empty set and a sack way behind the line of scrimmage. Great job that time. Coming in to make the sack is Jacob Knutson, number 0, the senior linebacker, who beat the right tackle right off the snap and wrapped up Mansell way behind the line of scrimmage. He beat the back, actually.
Yeah, the running back tries to make some sort of half-fleeted effort to make a block, but he runs right through him, right to the quarterback. Running backs have to pick up blocks better than that.
Loss of 9, handoff up the middle to Zahir Trufant. And he gets some of that yardage back to gain of 7 down to the 34. That's going to set up a 3rd and 12. They're going to mark him at the 35, actually, it looks like. So it'll be 3rd and 13, and now a timeout has been called. Only 8 seconds left in the ball game. Nope.
No timeout.
They're going to let the clock run out. That'll do it. Final play of the ball game. So the Marauders do what they needed to do tonight. Step 1 of the climb up the mountain to try and get back in the playoffs has been completed. They get their first district win of the season. They defeat the Braswell Bengals by a score of 49-21. They move to 4-2 on the year, 1-2 in district play. Braswell falls to 2-4 and 1-2 in district play. And the Marauders really tonight got back to what they wanted to be identity-wise and really were efficient tonight on both sides of the ball.
I'm going to take it back to the top of the broadcast. 3 keys. They got back to basics. They had their 3 tight end look, 2 tight end, 1 H-back, whatever you want to call it, and they ran the football. Number 2, they competed. They competed all night long. No matter what was happening, they competed, both the first team and the second team. And lastly, they certainly took it one play at a time because they had those big turnovers. They had those mistakes, but unlike previous weeks, they didn't let one mistake compound itself into another. They came back. The defense picked up the offense. Offense picked up the defense. Great team win tonight. It looks like the Marauders are back on track.
Well, you definitely hope that that's the case because they needed to get back on track pretty quickly as things aren't going to get any easier down the stretch. As we've talked about the schedule, there's 4 games left in the regular season in district play, and next week they will be hosting the Geyer Wildcats, who, while it's been a bit of a down year for Geyer and their standard, they are still a very good football team. Tonight, they are on the road at Hebron, and I'm trying to find the score. Yeah, they have jumped all over Hebron in the second half at Hebron tonight, and they are up 35-7 or 35-10 in the fourth quarter at Hebron. So Geyer's on their way to getting another win. They're going to move to 2-1 in district play. And so they'll be a game behind Coppell, who's at 3-0. The other team that looks like they're on their way to moving 3-0 in district is Louisville, on the road at Flower Mound right now. That game is in the fourth quarter. It is 31-17 Louisville at Flower Mound. If Louisville is able to finish that off, they will move to 3-0 along with Coppell, who is all over kind of a hapless Little Elm team this year. It's 59-14 Coppell over Little Elm right now. So the Marauders, give them credit. They came into tonight needing to shake off last week and get back on track. They did that tonight.
They sure did. And, everything that Coach Alexander wanted to see out of his ball club, he got tonight. I think they probably had a really tough week of work, really tough film session, but it all came out tonight. What a great performance by the entire ball club. Love to see them getting back to that running game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the district standings start to shake out again. Excuse me, with this win tonight and with the other results in the district, you're going to have Coppell and Louisville with a 2-game lead, with a 1-game lead over Geyer. They'll both be 3-0. Geyer will be 3-1. Then you'll have a group of teams, including Marcus, at 1-2. And, of course, next week at home, hosting the Geyer Wildcats with an opportunity for a huge win. It will be tough, but a huge opportunity at home next week.
Yeah, big game coming up next week, so the work doesn't get any easier as we go through district play, as we know, leading up into the playoffs. So another hard week ahead for the Marauders.
Well, that'll wrap it up for us here tonight from Carico Stadium here in Aubrey, Texas, just outside of Denton, where tonight the Marcus Marauders got district win number 1 in 5-6A. They get the win tonight. 49-21 is your final to move to 4-2 on the season and 1-2 in district play. And next Friday night, back at Marauder Stadium, they will host the Geyer Wildcats out of Denton ISD. Thank you to all of our crew here tonight from Tradio. For my broadcast partner, Tim Smith, my name is Jacob Dedamore. Everyone have a safe and happy weekend. It is Red River weekend. Hook 'em, hook 'em, hook 'em. OU, it's time to get put in the dirt. That's all I'm going to say. It's time for the Sooners to go down at the Cotton Bowl tomorrow at 2:30. That's aggressive. That's right. It's what I need. I need aggression from my Longhorns tomorrow. Go Longhorns. Take care of your business tomorrow. The Marcus Marauders get their win tonight. The Longhorns need to get theirs tomorrow. Everyone have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday back at Marauder Stadium as the Marcus Marauders host the Denton Geyer Wildcats. Until then, until next Friday night, everyone have a great evening. Good night, everybody, and go Marauders.